Introduction. Everyone around the globe is worried about their nutrition and health. With so many ailments being afflicted, it's important to be aware of your foods and how they affect your body. There are many ways to improve your health, for instance, through healthier eating habits and exercising. All people around the globe have different food preferences, which means that there aren't all diets that are the same. To stay well, you need to choose a diet suited to your requirements and helps you achieve the fitness targets you've set. There are many different diets and health plans available to fulfill your needs, so it's essential to conduct the necessary research before deciding. There is no doubt that good nutrition and health are vital to living a healthy life. However, most Americans do not possess the correct balance of these two crucial elements. Unhealthy diets can cause weight gain and other health problems, as inadequate nutrition can result in deficiency of essential minerals and vitamins. Everyone must understand the importance of a balanced diet and adopt measures to improve their health. There are many factors to think about when it concerns nutrition and health. Nutrition is essential to keep our bodies in good shape and function at optimum levels. It is essential to consume diverse foods from all food groups and ensure we're getting enough vitamins, minerals, and other minerals. Being active is vital for our overall well-being. Regular exercise can lower the risk of developing chronic illnesses. It can also enhance the quality of our lives and our overall health. A balanced diet is essential to maintaining a healthy weight and stopping obesity. The best method to lose weight is to follow an appropriate diet and engage in regular exercise. A healthy diet consists of a wide range of vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. It is crucial to consume various foods to ensure you get your body's nutrients. A healthy diet should include lean protein, low-fat dairy, and healthy fats. There is no universally applicable method to achieving optimal health and nutrition. However, there are fundamental principles that all people must adhere to. A healthy diet incorporates various nutrient-rich food items across all food groups, including ample amounts of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and dairy low in fat and lean protein. It is important to be active for general well-being. When it comes to particular nutrients, getting adequate amounts of calcium, fiber, vitamin D, and C are essential to good health. The basis of a healthy diet. Nutrition is the basis of health. It varies depending on gender, age, lifestyle, and the environment. A person's needs can change based on the environment they're exposed to. Around most of our immune system's functions are located in the gut, which is influenced positively by food. Nutrition is accessing and using food and nutrients to support well-being and growth. A healthy diet is vital to enhanced learning capacity and cognitive and intellectual performance. Nutrition is the base of human development, lessening the susceptibility to infection and illnesses and the burden of mortality and disability. A healthy diet can boost learning capacity throughout life and increase adult productivity. The problem with nutrition begins at birth and usually persists into adolescence and adult life. It can last for generations. The effects of poor nutrition are often irreparable. The beginning of life and the time before birth are the most crucial. These are times when growth is rapid, and growth establishes the foundation for a person's mental, physical, emotional, and mental growth. A healthy diet during this critical period is vital, since early injuries caused by poor nutrition can only be reversed at a later time. What's your base for good nutrition? The majority of people are aware of eating healthy and what that means: eating a variety of vegetables and fruits, eating whole foods, avoiding processed foods, and heeding your body's signals of hunger and fullness. However, a consistent diet may seem impossible because it's too hard, as hunger, feelings of anxiety overwhelm, or are unable to be overcome by information and guidance. Science has given us knowledge of what healthy eating means, like the importance of having a solid foundation before building the house. Structure and equilibrium are the primary base for healthy food. Structure. What frequency you eat at all does matter. Your body needs regular nutrition. Eat during the first hour after waking and about 3 to 5 times per day following your normal hours of sleep. For most of us, it's 16 to 18 hours a day. This will mean eating 3 meals and a couple of snacks in simple terms. This helps with controlling physical hunger. Balance. It is important to include the necessary nutrition in the meals and meals throughout the day when you eat. The most important nutrients are carbohydrates and proteins, fats, minerals, vitamins, and water. They provide energy to your body and supply the body with everything it requires. If you're constantly deficient in these nutrients, your diet isn't balanced. It could lead to health problems like high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, obesity problems, digestion issues, etc. You can access these vital nutrients through the tools offered by My Plate and make sure you balance the 5 food groups: grains and vegetables, fruits, protein, and dairy. For a balanced meal, eating at least 3 food categories is recommended. A good example is 2 eggs scrambled with a slice of toast made from whole wheat and half a cup of fruits. You'll receive protein, carbohydrates, fat, vitamin C and C-, iron B vitamins, and more in this particular sample. It will supply your body with energy for 3 to 4 hours. If you're eating snacks, think of it as an appetizer. It must comprise 1 or 2 food categories. A solid foundation of organized eating and balancing your food groups can keep you fuller, faster, and longer. These are all things we want in our quest to eat healthily. What are health and nutrition? Health and nutrition are frequently used in conjunction. However, they represent 2 different aspects of living an active life. When most people think about health, they think about the amount of sleep they get, how much physical activity they engage in, and what food items make up their diet. However, it involves researching the foods to eat and their reasons. Both nutrition and health are vital, but I believe nutrition is the most important element in maintaining well-being. If you consume the right food choices, your body gets every nutrient required to function and maintain an active way of life. The word diet comes directly from a Greek word that means something to take or eat. A diet is how you eat that has many benefits for the body and your mind. For instance, many people choose certain foods to shed weight or achieve an ideal body shape. There are many kinds of diets, and everyone has their preferences. However, most people who use diet to describe their diet do not know much about nutrition. Nutrition is what? The term nutrition comes from the Greek word nutrient. When we consume food, it's broken into smaller molecules that our bodies use to make glucose and other compounds. These include fats, carbohydrates, proteins, and other substances stored in our bodies for use in the future. If you consume foods, the body utilizes the food to produce glucose and other substances stored as fat around your stomach. As a result, a significant amount of water gets absorbed into the bloodstream and then into the various organs of your body. Water is an essential component of living a healthy life. Nutrition is the key to keeping your body in good shape and working optimally. Things you need to be aware of regarding the foods that you consume. 1. Carbohydrates are essential for living a healthy and balanced lifestyle. Carbohydrates comprise the major food group in the body. They're made up of simple sugars, referred to as monosaccharides. They contribute to energy as well as help to create new cells. The body also utilizes carbohydrates to fuel itself, but it also utilizes them for various purposes, like transporting blood and oxygen to other areas of your body. 2. Proteins and fats are important for the growth and development of your body. After consuming carbohydrates, the small intestine breaks them into simple sugars dispersed throughout the body during digestion. The process is referred to as absorption. It happens inside the small intestine as a result of its microvilli. This is an increase in the area that absorbs. The body utilizes these sugars to fuel itself. Simple sugars are also utilized to break down proteins and fats. It is not necessary to consume fats, but they are vital to your body's development and growth. 3. Vitamins help your body function properly. Vitamins help in the chemical reaction of the body to serve various purposes, including the digestion of food and the release of energy from the body's compounds during metabolism. Vitamins can also serve other vital purposes, like fighting certain illnesses. Without vitamins, you'd be ill and unhealthy. 4. Minerals are referred to as the building blocks of our body. Minerals help you get through your day by assisting your body to function optimally. It is possible to think of minerals as the glue that holds together each part of your body, including the organs, limbs, and bones. In the absence of minerals in your body, you will not be able to carry out the tasks it performs regularly. 5. Protein food is essential to building muscle and assisting you in seeing the results you want to see. Protein is the primary building element of your body, and it's used by our body for fighting diseases, creating cells, and healing after injuries. Protein in your body assists in the production of enzymes that aid the body in functioning effectively. 6. It's much better to eat authentic food. It isn't necessary to consume foods that are difficult to digest, such as protein shakes or artificial supplementation, to obtain your body's nutrition. Real food is healthier for your body as well as your mind. 7. Fruits and vegetables are a great method to obtain the nutrients and vitamins you require. Fruits and vegetables are both rich in minerals, vitamins, and antioxidants that assist in preventing various illnesses. They also have high levels of fiber, which helps with indigestion. Vegetables have fewer calories than fruits, but they are just as healthy as the quantity you consume. 8. It is not recommended to consume your calories. If you consume many drinks, you're getting empty calories, and calories that are doing little, or you want to ensure your body's health. Drinks high in calories, including alcohol, syrup, and soda, are not just bad for your body, but they also impact your weight. Certain studies have proven that those who drink 1 cup of soda per day are likely to gain between 7 to 8 pounds. 9. It is possible to be healthy without dairy, meat, or eggs. Although the 3 food groups could give your body nutritional benefits, you don't need to eat them to obtain your body's nutrients. You can reap the same benefits by eating fruit, vegetables, and nuts. It is crucial to incorporate your daily intake of protein and grains, since they're also loaded with minerals and vitamins that aid in keeping your body working optimally. 10. Your diet should include sources of protein that are real. Although it could appear as if you're eating lots of protein, you're getting plenty of protein through plants. Even the meats like chicken and beef have an abundance of protein, which helps keep you satisfied and fuller for longer. This is crucial because if your body is always searching for new protein sources, it'll eventually look to its proteins for energy and then store excess fat. Consuming a balanced and healthy diet will aid your body in functioning well and improve your overall health. How do nutrition and health impact our lives? A healthy diet is vital for keeping future and current generations healthy throughout their lives. Healthy eating habits help children develop and grow properly and decrease their chance of developing chronic illnesses. Adults who follow a healthy diet are healthier and have less risk of being overweight or having heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers. Healthy dietary habits can help people who suffer from chronic illnesses combat these illnesses and prevent complications. But if healthy alternatives aren't available, consumers are likely to choose foods high in calories and have less nutritional value. Communities with low incomes and certain racial and ethnic groups are often denied access to places that provide affordable, healthy food choices. Most Americans in the United States don't eat a healthy diet and consume excessive amounts of sodium, saturated fats, and sugar, which increases their risk of contracting chronic diseases. For instance, less than 1 in 10 teenagers and adults consume enough fruit or vegetables. Additionally, 6 out of 10 children aged between 2 to 19 years old and 5 out of 10 adults drink at minimum 1 drink with sugar. CDC promotes breastfeeding and works to ensure that breastfeeding mothers have access to healthy options for food and drinks in places like early care facilities and educational institutions such as schools, work sites, and communities. The harmful effects of poor nutrition, overweight, and obesity. Consuming a balanced diet and engaging in enough physical activity and sleeping can help kids develop healthily and avoid weight gain and obesity. In the United States, 19% of children are aged between 2 and 19 years, while 42% of the adults are overweight, which puts them at risk for heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and some types of cancer, heart disease and stroke. The two most significant causes of stroke and heart disease are high blood cholesterol and blood pressure. The consumption of excess sodium can raise blood pressure and increase the chance of stroke and heart disease. The current guidelines suggest lower than 2,300 milligrams of sodium a day. However, Americans take more than 3,400 milligrams per day. The majority of sodium consumed by Americans is from processed, packaged food items, such as store-bought and restaurant food items. Consuming food items low in saturated fats and rich in fiber, and increasing the availability of foods with low sodium and regular exercise can assist in preventing the buildup of cholesterol in blood vessels and high blood pressure. Type 2 diabetes. People who are overweight or suffer from weight gain are at a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes when compared with those who have an ideal weight. As time passes, the body becomes less able to utilize the insulin they produce. In the U.S. adult population, more than 88 million, more than 1 in 3, suffer from prediabetes, and more than 8 out of 10 of them don't even know they're suffering from it. Although the incidence rate has dropped over the last few years, the percentage of people diagnosed with diabetes has more than doubled in the past 2 decades. The U.S. population has grown as they grow older and more overweight. Cancer. A diet that is unhealthy can increase the chance of developing certain cancers. Obesity and weight gain are linked to at least 13 cancers, including endometrial, uterine cancer, and breast cancer in postmenopausal women, and colorectal cancer. These types of cancer account for 40% of all diagnosed cancers. Ways nutrition impacts your everyday life. A healthy diet is essential for various reasons, yet many people have excuses. I'm too busy. I can't afford it. I'm not sure how to get there. If you do not pay attention to basics and nutrition, you're getting away from your health and happiness. We at Dynamic Health have a mission to help patients lead pain-free, healthy lives. We are aware that the importance of nutrition and its impact on your health goes beyond counting and weight control. Learn more about the daily impact of nutrition and the changes you could make to live a better and more fulfilling life. Nutrition, health, and your day-to-day function. Diet and nutrition affect your mental and physical health, and having a healthy diet can bring positive changes in your daily life. Your energy level. A more nutritious diet will increase energy to get through your day and work out and all the chores that you need to accomplish. You put off the ones because you're tired from the day. Example, laundry. If you use your no time excuse to not worry about your diet, this could be the best solution. Nutritious foods will provide you with more energy, and that's exactly the thing you need to get through your daily tasks with ease. You may even have enough time to cook more nutritious food items for the next day. Are you looking to boost your energy levels? Take smaller meals less often. Incorporate all food groups, stay away from drinking alcohol, and drink lots of water. Your weight. Controlling your weight is simpler than you imagine. All you have to do is pay close attention to nutrition information and make informed food choices. As we mentioned earlier, better nutrition boosts your energy levels, meaning it's possible to get to the end of your training without falling. Along with aiding you in sticking to your fitness routine, good nutrition will ensure that your body receives all the nutrients it requires. This will help you avoid food cravings and binge eating that could harm your fitness goals and weight loss objectives. Your aging process. Do you want to stay longer and appear better while doing it? It's time to begin evaluating the nutritional content of the foods you consume. Certain experts believe that exercising and diet are the most important factors in longevity. Attention to nutrition can bring years of enjoyment and longevity in life. Certain nutrients help improve your digestive functions and immune system, which can fight degenerative changes within these bodily systems when you get older. Certain foods are also said to help your body fight against disease inflammation, and bad cholesterol. Your brain function. Have you heard of brain food? Turns out it's more than just a trick to get children to eat vegetables. Nutrient-rich foods such as nuts, seeds, and avocados have brain power boosting omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Other food items to include in your diet to increase mental performance include blueberries can enhance short-term memory. Pumpkin seeds are a great source of nutrition. They improve the memory of those who eat them and improve critical abilities. Broccoli is rich in nutrients that improve cognitive function. Alter your food choices to increase your brain's performance and productivity. You will make the most of your workday, pay greater focus in classes, or perhaps just sit down to take a break and read a book at the close of each day instead of watching television. Your immune system. Alongside fighting diseases, a balanced, healthy diet can help prevent common ailments from occurring. Your immune system needs minerals and vitamins from your diet every day to operate at its peak. The following minerals and vitamins can help strengthen your immune system: vitamin A, vitamin B2, vitamin B6, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, zinc, selenium. If you think your diet may not be giving you the nutrition your body requires, especially in the case of diet restrictions such as veganism or vegetarianism, take supplements for minerals or multivitamins. Improve your nutrition, improve your life. If you could have the chance to become more efficient, more intelligent, live longer, and appear better, wouldn't you like to try the opportunity? Dynamic Health is here to let you know that you could. The first step is to educate yourself about how better nutrition can result in a healthier lifestyle. For the first step towards a healthy, balanced diet, ensure that you're getting the nutrients your body requires all day long. This means that protein, carbohydrates, fat, vitamins, water, and minerals must be part of your daily diet. Also, go one step further. Cut down the number of unhealthy sweets and fats. Make easy substitutions in your food to satisfy your cravings, and start cooking your meals at home to know exactly what's inside the food you eat. The advantages of having healthy eating habits. The body requires energy to function properly and stay healthy. This energy is derived from the nutrients found in the food you consume, mostly carbohydrates and fats, and proteins. Vitamins and minerals are the other essential nutrients in your diet, helping your body stay well. It is crucial to strike the right equilibrium between these various nutrients to reap the maximum benefit to your health. See further below. A balanced diet typically includes foods from all of the below food groups. Starchy foods such as rice, bread, pasta, potatoes, etc. Fruits and vegetables. Dairy products and milk. Protein foods. This includes fish, meat, eggs, and other protein sources that aren't dairy, including tofu, nuts, beans, pulses, etc. Sugary foods and fattening are the fifth food group you consume, but only a tiny portion of what you consume should consist of sugary and fatty foods. In addition to the previous, taking in plenty of water and fiber in your diet is vital. What are the advantages of a balanced diet? A balanced diet can help prevent serious illnesses like stroke, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. It can also reduce the risk of getting certain cancers. If you get sick, eating a healthy and balanced diet could help you recover faster. Another method to avoid obesity and being overweight is to follow a healthy diet. If you're overweight or obese, healthy food will help you shed weight. In addition to healthy eating habits, regular exercise is vital for your health and can help prevent or reduce weight gain. What are the healthy food choices? Generally speaking, fruits, vegetables, and starchy foods should comprise most of your food. The rest of the diet must consist of dairy and milk food and protein-rich food items. As previously mentioned, you must restrict the consumption of foods and beverages high in sugar or fat. The diet guidelines to lower your risk of developing heart disease are as the following. Consumption of saturated fats in the range of less than 10% of the total consumption of fat, preferably in lean meats and low-fat dairy items. Replace saturated fat with polyunsaturated whenever it is possible. Most saturated fats originate from animal products, including dairy products and meat, and some plant food sources like palm oil or coconut oil. Polyunsaturated fats can be found in the oils of plants and fish. Consume 2 portions of fruit and at least 3 portions of veggies each day. New research suggests that we all strive for 2 portions of fruit and at least 5 portions each day. Consume at least 2 portions of fresh fish, preferably the oily variety, every week. Try eating a regular diet of entire grains, nuts, and whole grain products. Reduce any salt you consume in your food to no more than grams daily. Limit alcohol consumption by not more than 14 units in a week for males and less than 14 units for females. Also, check out the separate leaflet titled Alcohol and Sensible Drinking. Do not eat or limit the following foods in your diet. Processed meats and commercially manufactured food items, including ready meals, are generally high in trans fats. Refined carbohydrates like white bread, processed grains, and cereals. Sugar-sweetened drinks. Foods are high in calories but not nutritious like cakes, sweets, and crisps. Below, the fundamentals of an optimum diet are described. This is general advice for the majority of people. If you suffer from a specific health issue or have specific food needs, this advice may not apply to you. If you are unsure, it is recommended to talk with your physician. There are some adjustments that pregnant women should change in their diets. Carbohydrates. A large portion of the energy, calories, in the food we consume comes from carbohydrates. They can be divided into 2 kinds of carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrates are generally starchy food items like rice, pasta, bread, and potatoes. Simple carbohydrates are sweet, sugary food items. Plenty is being written about the amount of our food needs to consist of carbohydrates, but most of the guidelines suggest about 1/3. It should consist of mostly starchy carbs with high fiber alternatives like wholemeal bread, cereals made from whole grains, and brown rice. Glycemic index. The glycemic index of an ingredient is the rate at which food items raise blood sugar levels once it is consumed. If a portion of food is rated with an index of low glycemic, it will be processed by your body to make it less likely to cause issues like diabetes and weight gain. Learn more about the impact of foods on blood sugar by reading our brochure about the Type 2 diabetes diet. Higher fiber carbohydrate sources like whole grain cereals, wholemeal bread, and wholemeal cereals generally have a lower glycemic index than refined starches like white bread, snack foods, and sugary beverages. This makes them better choices because of this and the fiber they provide. Take plenty of fruit and other vegetables. Intake of 2 servings of fruits and 5 portions of vegetables a day can reduce the risk of developing many diseases like heart disease, stroke, and some types of cancer. It is recommended to include more vegetables than fruits within your daily diet. Alongside these benefits of fruits and vegetables, there is a lot of fiber in your diet that aids in keeping your bowels in good shape. Constipation issues like diverticular illness are less likely to result from this. They are loaded with minerals and vitamins that are essential to staying well. Naturally lower in calories. Make you feel fuller after the meal, yet aren't high in calories. A typical vegetable portion can be around a handful or around 80 grams. Or 1 serving of fruits or vegetables is approximately equivalent to any of these. A large-sized fruit like pear, apple, banana, or orange, or an enormous slice of pineapple or melon. 2 fruits smaller in size like kiwis and plums and clementines. 1 cup or an entire handful of small fruit like strawberries, grapes, raspberries, cherries, etc. 2 large spoons of fruit salad, cooked, stewed, or canned fruits made from natural juices. A tablespoon or 2 of fruit that has been dried. 3 heaped tablespoons of any vegetable. 1 salad bowl for dessert. A few tips for incorporating more fruit as well as vegetables are: explore different kinds of food that you've not previously tried. The diversity of tastes and textures can be quite surprising. Dry, canned, and frozen varieties are all included. Try adding chopped apples, bananas, or other fruits to breakfast cereals. Try to include at least 2 types of vegetables with your main meals. Avoid boiling vegetables too long. Steaming, stir-frying, or lightly boiling is the best way to keep the nutrients. Try having fruit at every meal or a small glass of juice from the fruit. Explore new recipes that contain fruits. For instance, certain stews or curries contain fruit like dried apricots. Fruit-based desserts are a popular choice. Yogurt and fruit is the most popular choice. Think about some carrot sticks, cherry tomatoes, dried apricots, and other fruit options for lunchboxes packed for the kids. Fruits are great snacks. Inspire children to snack on fruits instead of sweets. Get lots of fiber. High-fiber foods are all-grain cereals for breakfast, including whole wheat noodles, whole grain bread, brown rice and barley, rye, and oats. Fruits like berries, melons, pears, and oranges. Broccoli, carrots, sweet corn, and potato with skin. Chickpeas, beans, peas, and lentils. Peanuts and seed. There are two kinds of fibers in your diet. Soluble fiber, present in peas, oats, beans, oats, and many other vegetables and fruits, disintegrates in water, forming the appearance of a gel. It can increase feelings of fullness and may reduce blood glucose and cholesterol levels. Insoluble fiber is found primarily in whole grains and vegetable and fruit skins. It isn't consumed by the body, but is a mass within the gut. This assists in keeping the bowels in a regular flow. Starchy foods, such as fruits and vegetables, have the highest fiber. The tips mentioned above for starchy food items and fruits and vegetables will increase the amount of fiber. If you choose to switch to wholemeal pasta and rice and wholemeal bread, this will significantly boost the amount of fiber you consume. Beans and lentils are also high in fiber. Foods with higher fiber content will make you feel fuller for longer. This can assist if you're trying to reduce your weight. Drink plenty of water if you eat a high-fiber diet, at least 6 to 8 cups of fluid per day. Drink plenty of dairy products and milk. Milk and dairy products like cheese and yogurt are essential to your diet as they contain the calcium required for bone and teeth health. They are also a good source of protein and provide additional vitamins and minerals vital to your overall health. In the dairy and milk products category, soya milk, which is calcium-enriched, and fromage frais is also included in the dairy and milk products. However, other items like cream and butter aren't considered dairy products since they are also rich in fat and therefore fall within fatty food. To ensure sufficient calcium intake in your daily diet, you should consume 3 servings of calcium a day from this food category. 1 serving contains 200 milliliters of milk, a tiny 150-gram container of yogurt, a serving of 30 grams of cheddar cheese, about equivalent to the volume of a matchbox. Since the amount of fat in dairy products can differ, make sure you choose lower fat alternatives like semi-skimmed or skimmed milk, low-fat cheese, and low-fat yogurt. Calcium sources that are not dairy-based include leafy green vegetables, canned fish, particularly where bones are also included, dried figs, oranges, almonds, and seaweed, sesame seeds, and certain varieties of beans. Non-dairy calcium should be consumed along with vitamin D, since the body requires vitamin D to assist in absorbing the calcium. Vitamin D is present in fish, eggs, and mushrooms. It is produced in the skin through contact with sunlight. Certain foods are fortified with calcium, for example, breakfast cereals, soya beverages, and tofu. They may already contain vitamin D. Other protein foods can be consumed in moderation. Other protein-rich products include fish, meat, eggs, and other plant proteins. Plant protein sources include seeds, nuts, tofu, and beans, like red kidney beans, canned beans, and pulses like chickpeas and lentils. You require an appropriate amount of protein to remain fit and healthy. Protein is vital in energy, development, and repair within your body. Certain foods high in protein are also sources of iron and vitamins, including B vitamins and vitamin D. However, many people consume much more protein than is needed. Be aware that some meats can also be high in fat. Select poultry, such as chicken or lean meat, Be cautious because many recipes based on meat contain fatty or creamy sauces that are loaded with calories. Boil or poach them instead of cooking them when you eat eggs. A portion of pulses or beans like lentils, chickpeas, or chickpeas is 3 heaped tablespoons. There is evidence suggesting that oily fish consumption can help prevent heart disease. Oily fish include herring, mackerel, sardines, salmon, fresh tuna, not canned, kippers, pilchards, whitebait, trout, swordfish, and anchovies. It is believed the omega-3 acids present in the fish oil can help lessen the furring in the arteries, the buildup of atheroma, which can cause heart attacks and angina. Try to consume at least 2 portions of fish every week, of which 1 is oily. Protein combining. Vegetarian protein sources don't offer the right level of amino acids, the protein building blocks, that the body needs to utilize when they are not combined. People who aren't taking in lots of eggs, meat, fish, or fish must ensure that their meals include 2 of these: dairy products, grains, legumes, for instance, beans and lentils. Examples of balanced protein meals include toast with baked beans, chapati, rice, or dal, baked potato, baked beans, and cheese. The cereal bowl is topped with milk. Processing meat, red meat, and other processed foods. Red meat typically refers to pork, beef, veal, and lamb meats. Processed meat is a term used to describe meat that has been processed to enhance the taste or keep the meat fresh. Processed meats include sausages and ham, canned meats, and meat-based ready-to-eat dishes and condiments. There is evidence to suggest that eating processed and red meat increases the chance of developing bowel cancer. Consuming processed and red meat also has increased the likelihood of having strokes, heart disease, and diabetes type 2. The health risks of eating processed meats increase when you consume more processed meats. However, restrictions on meat consumption may raise the chance of having iron deficiency anemia. To prevent this, the British government's Scientific Advisory Committee on Nutrition, SACN, suggests that the consumption of processed and red meats should not exceed greater than 70 grams per day. Fat. For many years, the obesity epidemic and other health issues were blamed for the fat we consume. This is because fat has 2 times as many calories as protein or carbohydrate per gram. However, recent studies suggest that the picture may be more complex than this. It suggests that carbohydrates play more of an impact on weight gain than we believed. Additionally, the recommendation on what kinds of fats are the best to consume is debated. It was thought previously that saturated fats, mostly made from animal products like butter and meat, were more hazardous for health than polyunsaturated fats. Polyunsaturated fats can be present in plant oils. Recent research has not supported this idea. It's probably an excellent idea to eat less fat when trying to shed weight. Tips for reducing the amount of fat you consume include these. When you can, try not to fry food items you can. It is best to grill or bake, poach, cook, or boil food items. If you decide to fry using oil, make sure you use unsaturated. Clean the oil off of the food before eating. Select meat cuts that are lean and trim off any fat that is not needed. Do not add fats that are unnecessary to your food. For example, choose low-fat spreads, spread less margarine or butter on bread, measure out small amounts of oil for cooking, etc. Beware of hidden fats in chocolate, pastries, biscuits, and cakes. Choose low-fat cheeses, milk, yogurts, and other dairy products instead of full-fat versions. Always look at the labels of food products for warnings that low-fat products could contain excessive sugars. Avoid cream. Choose low-fat salad dressings or yogurt with a low-fat content to substitute for cream. Trans fats. Trans fats, or trans fats, are fatty acids that are not saturated. Trans fats are linked to an increased risk of developing heart disease. They raise LDL cholesterol and reduce HDL cholesterol. Trans fatty acids are found naturally in tiny quantities in various foods like lamb, beef, and milk. However, the majority of trans fatty acids that are found in our diet are created by the process of processing vegetable oils. Trans fats can be present in hard margarine and a few baking products, for instance, biscuits, pastries, and cakes, fried food items, and other processed foods. Foods marked as having partial hydrogenated oil or fats have trans fatty acids. When purchasing foods containing fats, it is far better to purchase those labeled with an abundance of polyunsaturates or monounsaturates. Research has proven the trans fatty acids created in the process, hardening, in vegetable oils can be more dangerous to your health than the natural trans acid fatty acids, for instance, in beef, milk, and lamb. It is possible to reduce your intake of trans fats by abstaining or limiting the consumption of high-fat, fried food items, snack foods, and baked goods with high fat content. Within the U.S., the consumption of trans fats is less than it was years earlier. As an integral part of a healthy diet, you must strive to limit levels of saturated fat as well as trans fats to a lower level. A review in 2019 conducted by the SACN found that cutting down on the number of saturated fats you consume reduces the risk of developing coronary heart disease. However, there is no evidence to suggest that it decreases the chance of death from these diseases. Trans fats were linked to an increase in heart stroke and heart risk. The study recommended that trans and saturated fats consumption be limited to minimal. Avoid eating excessive amounts of sugary food and drinks. Drinks and foods containing sugar contain many calories, and excessive amounts can increase weight. It's not just the quantity of sugar that is harmful. Consuming tiny amounts of sugary food, sweets, and so on, frequently is harmful to your teeth. Some tips include: do not add sugar to your tea, coffee, or breakfast cereals. The taste of sweetness alters with time. Only use artificial sweeteners if needed. Reduce the amount of sugar in any type of recipe. Fruit is a great alternative for adding sweetness to recipes. Try drinking sugar-free beverages. Offer children milk or water as their primary drink. If you indulge in sweets or chocolate, keep the amount to a minimum. Do not eat too much salt. A high salt intake can increase the chances of getting elevated blood pressure. The guidelines recommend that we not exceed 6 grams of salt every day. Most individuals in the U.S. currently consume higher than 6 grams. If you're habitually consuming a lot of salt, you can try slowly to cut down on the amount you are using. The taste of salt will change over time. Strategies to cut down on salt are: spices and herbs are better than salt for flavoring food items. Reduce the quantity of salt that you use in cooking, and do not sprinkle salt on food items at the table. Select foods that are marked no added salt. If you can, stay clear of processed foods and salty sauces, takeaway food, and soups in packets that tend to be high in salt. Don't forget the portion sizes. You might be eating plenty of healthy food items, but you have to be aware of the size of your portions. If they're too big, you'll nevertheless gain weight. Try to limit your portions whenever you eat food. Don't feel like you must go through your plate. You could consider changing the plates in your cabinet, which could be huge, to smaller plates, so you can naturally serve smaller portions. Eat a lot of fruits and other vegetables. You can request a smaller portion at restaurants or order food delivery. Be aware of what you're drinking. Many drinks, such as alcohol and many non-alcoholic beverages, are high in calories. Consider what you're drinking. Drinks that are healthier and non-alcoholic. Water is a great choice because it has 0 calories and is refreshing and nutritious. Include slices of lemon or lime in your water. Place a jug in the refrigerator so that it is cool. Also, consider swapping your whole milk latte for a blend of semi-skimmed or skimmed milk. Be sure to limit alcohol consumption within the guidelines. Overdosing the recommended limit can cause serious issues. For instance, excessive drinking can cause damage to the brain, liver, stomach, pancreas, stomach, and heart. Additionally, it can lead to elevated blood pressure. In addition, alcohol has many calories, and a large amount can cause weight gain. A unit in alcohol equals 10 milliliters in volume, or 8 grams per gram of pure alcohol. One amount of alcohol equals approximately equivalent to half a pint or less of regular strength beer or cider, 3 to 4% alcohol per volume, or a tiny measure of the pub, 25 milliliters, from spirits, 40% of alcohol in volume, or a standard measure for pubs, 50 milliliters of fortified wine such as port or sherry, 20% alcohol per volume. 1 1/2 units of alcohol were found in a tiny glass, 125 milliliters of normal strength wine, 12% alcohol by volume, or a standard measure for pubs, 35 milliliters in spirits, 40% volume of alcohol. Men shouldn't drink greater than 14 units each week, spread out across several days, and at least 2 days without alcohol every week. Women shouldn't drink greater than 14 units in a week, distributed evenly over some time, and with at least 2 days without alcohol each week. Women who are pregnant, information provided by the Department of Health states that pregnant women or women trying to conceive should not drink alcohol at all. Healthy eating at home, from choosing the right food to storing and cooking. Today, more than ever, our health is a top priority. This means that we must make conscious choices to nourish our bodies instead of making poor choices that could cause overfeeding and not enough nourishment. It's normal to be experiencing a little more stress, but stress can cause us to make choices regarding nutrition that are not healthy or be lured by comfort foods with high calories that often have too much salt, fat, and sugar. The food choices may fill us up. However, we could be deficient in many essential nutrients essential to general health, including our immune system. To ensure a healthy, balanced diet that helps strengthen the immune system, begin by identifying the vital nutrients you must be paying more concentration on. Nutrients we need more of. If you're shopping at the store, making meals, or thinking about supplementation, be sure that you're consuming these nutrients. Fiber. Most well known for their ability to aid in regularity, high-fiber food items are filling and energy efficient. They are also low on calories. Certain fibers may also promote the development of good bacteria in your digestive tract, boosting immunity. They act as the initial line of defense by blocking out harmful bacteria that could be introduced into the digestive tract. Magnesium. Although it's not something we usually think of, it plays a role in numerous bodily functions. Magnesium helps maintain the health of your immune system and nervous systems, improves the function of muscles, and aids cells in generating energy. Vitamin D. The majority of people believe that calcium is associated with healthy bones. However, your bones require vitamin D too, since it aids in absorbing the calcium in your food. Vitamin D is essential to ensure proper muscle function and aids in the functioning of the immune system. Potassium. This mineral helps in the functioning of muscles and nerves and assists in regulating blood pressure. Potassium is also a catalyst for chemical reactions within the body that produce power from our food. Iron. One of the most important functions of iron is supporting the flow of oxygen into tissues and cells. If you don't have sufficient iron, your body will not be able to produce hemoglobin, and you could develop anemia. Where can you get those nutrients from? If you are prepared and aware of exactly what you'll be shopping for, you'll be able to go shopping confidently. Supermarket stores will be less time-consuming and more efficient. The good news is that most of these nutrients are located in foods that can be bought in bulk and have an extended shelf life until you need to make a shopping trip. Here are some food items to purchase that are packed with the above nutrients and can assist you in creating healthy meals to enjoy throughout the day. Dry products such as oatmeal, lentils, whole grain pasta, and cereals are excellent iron, fiber, and magnesium sources. Certain cereals are also supplemented by vitamin D. The most important aspect is to make sure that you are buying whole grain to get all the benefits and to be sure to read the label carefully. Fruits and vegetables are excellent sources of potassium and fiber, and 1 carrot can provide 1 day's worth of beta-carotene. This vitamin helps safeguard cell health, which includes immune cells. The body converts beta-carotene into vitamin A, which helps support healthy skin, including the immune cells. Vegetables are awash in nutrients and minerals. Be aware of vegetables that last the longest: potatoes, onions, broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and carrots. Fruits and vegetables frozen in the freezer have the same nutritional value as fresh ones, so make sure to stock up when you come across them. Fermented foods provide healthy probiotics, the good bacteria, to the digestive system. Certain fermented foods, such as tempeh and Greek yogurt, are good protein-rich plant sources, and yogurt is a fantastic food source for calcium, and both of them can last for a long time. Canned foods are a lifesaver and come with long shelf lives, so you don't have to fret about expiration dates. Choose low-salt options and have tomatoes, sauce minced, diced, or paste, and beans, broth, tuna, salmon, chicken, sardines, and nuts. Also, you can purchase canned vegetables like pumpkin, corn, and chili peppers. Avoid food waste. Tips for storing and preparing food. It is important to ensure the quality of the food that we buy and work to limit food waste to the extent possible. Here are some helpful ways to reduce food waste while preserving the nutrients in your food items. Tips for storing food. For dry items, such as pasta, rice, and beans, keep them in a dry and cool place. The majority of canned goods are several years away from their expiration dates. This means they are safe to store within your kitchen pantry. Be aware of the distinction between sell-by and use-by. Even if the sell-by date is over on the milk carton, you can keep it in good condition for a week following that, provided it's properly stored inside the fridge. Eggs can stay in good condition and are safe to eat for up to 3 to 5 weeks after buying eggs. That's likely to be long past the carton's date stamped at the bottom. Extremely perishable ground meat can be safe to consume for up to a day after you purchase it, regardless of whether it is past the sell-by date has been passed. There is also the use-by, best-by, and best-before dates, which aren't expiration dates or safety dates in any way. They're not even listed to be listed on the label. Manufacturers place them on the label to inform you that the product's nutritional value may diminish once the date is reached. You may notice an alteration in color or texture. However, the food is safe to eat. Tips for cooking food. Microwaving doesn't destroy nutrients. Be gentle in washing, however, don't soak your vegetables and fruits. If the first thing you grab is the peeler, you may think about rethinking this. Peels and skins of vegetables and fruits are excellent vitamins, minerals, and fiber sources. Take note of what you are cutting away. You'll find more vitamin C and calcium in the broccoli stems than in florets. There are also higher levels of nutrients found in asparagus leaves than in tips. The hard center of pineapple contains the highest amount of bromelain. It is a natural enzyme that helps digestion. A small amount of healthy fat aids in taking in carotenoids. Therefore, a few slices of avocado in your salad or a bit of olive oil with your tomatoes can increase your intake. How to make healthy meals using the food you already have at home. Once you have your freezer and pantry filled and food items safe and properly placed in storage, these are a few ideas for creating nutritious meals. Begin by eating protein. You can opt for the animal protein of eggs, cheese, canned tuna, or salmon, and plant protein such as beans, lentils, peas, tempeh, or tofu. Incorporate healthy carbs. There are a lot of healthy carbs, and they're full of vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, and fiber. Try adding frozen or canned fruit, vegetables, and grains, such as brown rice or quinoa, whole grain pasta, whole grain bread, whole grain slices of bread, or corn tortillas. Turn leftovers into makeovers. Make sure that the meals you cook serve a double purpose. If you're grilling chickens, prepare extra chicken and put it into your pasta for tomorrow. If you're cooking fish, prepare enough to fold into corn tortillas and salsa to to make fish tacos for tomorrow evening. Create one-dish meals. Choose a few one-dish meals you enjoy, soups, stews, and casseroles, etc., that have your protein and vegetables together in one bowl, so you can get a balanced and healthy meal comprising an entree and 2 sides without cooking 3 different dishes for you. Repurpose food items that are nearing the end of their shelf. There are numerous methods to make the most value from the food items you can't keep forever, even when they look sad. When your tomatoes are too mushy for salads, you could turn the sauce yourself. Are your bananas becoming yellow and squishy? Bring them back to life by peeling them off and storing their frozen state for an ingredient in healthy smoothies. Soups, stews, and salads are excellent dishes that mix various ingredients for shorter shelf life. What about leftovers? If you're looking for leftovers, the easiest method to keep track of the guidelines for food storage is easy. 2 hours, 2 inches, 4 days. These numbers are the 2-2-4 rule. 2 hours is the maximum time food items are safe to remain at room temperature after taking them out of the oven or from the grill. In the case of cold foods, the length of time they can be kept in the fridge or cooler. When the time limit has been exceeded, food items should be frozen or refrigerated. The rule of 2 inches states that you must store food leftovers in shallow containers, not over 2 inches thick, to cool efficiently and quickly. If the containers are too large, they take too long for food items inside to cool. The final rule is that you must use your refrigerated leftovers in 4 days or throw them away. Make sure you take care of yourself as well as your physical body. Create a grocery list and fill your refrigerator, freezer, and pantry with nutritious staples. Be aware of the vital nutrients you might require to boost your diet, and select foods according to your needs. It's the perfect time to think about how you can be more inventive in the kitchen. You might even be surprised by the delicious recipes you can make from the ingredients you already have in the pantry. Nutrition. Great foods for getting vitamins A to K in your diet. You are what you eat. The food you consume does more than fill your stomach and provides your body with the nutrients it requires to flourish. The food you consume can impact how you feel now and how you will feel in the years to come. Certain foods can drain your energy levels, impede the digestive system, and increase your chance of suffering from health issues. Certain foods also boost the body's natural ability to fight off disease. Go through the slideshow to find out about foods high in vitamins that will help you receive the nutrition you require. Foods that are high in vitamin A. Vitamin A is a fat-soluble nutrient. It aids your body in forming strong bones, teeth, soft tissues, and skin. It also helps combat viral and bacterial diseases, avoid night blindness, and keep your nails and hair healthy. Foods that are rich in vitamin A are carrots, sweet potatoes, winter squash, cantaloupe, apricots, kale, spinach, and collard greens. Certain spices are also rich in vitamin A. These include red pepper, paprika, cayenne, and chili powder. Foods rich in vitamin B. Vitamins B6 and B12 and B9 are vital to ensure good nerve function, synthesizing DNA, and creating blood red cells inside your body. They also assist in maintaining your brain's function, avoiding anemia, and aid in the maintenance of your metabolism. Foods that are especially rich in B6 and vitamins include poultry, meat, and fish, seafood such as mussels and oysters, eggs, milk. Foods high in B9, also known as folic acid, are the leafy greens of vegetables and poultry. Certain breakfast cereals, fruits, juices, and other foods contain folic acid. Foods rich in vitamin C. The name ascorbic acid can also refer to vitamin C. It's a potent antioxidant that protects cell health. It boosts the absorption of iron in your body. It is also essential for maintaining good gums and teeth in healing wounds and preventing infections. The foods that are high in vitamin C are papaya, citrus fruits, strawberries, bell peppers, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. dark leafy greens like mustard greens, kale, and the chard. Foods rich in vitamin D. Vitamin D is a distinct vitamin. Apart from absorption from the food that you eat, it can also synthesize it by absorbing sunlight. It is essential for the well-being of your bones and your immune system and absorption of calcium. As per the National Cancer Institute, it could reduce the risk of developing cancers, such as colorectal. While sunshine is the best supply of vitamin D, the foods that also contain vitamin D are certain seafood items like herring, catfish, salmon, as well as oysters, trout, and salmon, milk, eggs, shiitake mushrooms. Foods that are high in vitamin E. Like vitamin C or vitamin E, vitamin C is a potent antioxidant. It can help protect your cells from being damaged. It also aids your body make use of vitamin K and helps rebuild muscle cells. Foods that are rich in vitamin E are almonds and sunflower seeds, greens, Swiss chard and turnip greens, bell peppers, asparagus. Vitamin K-rich foods are high in calories. Vitamin K is vital to your body's ability to create blood clots. Without it, you'll die from just a single cut. It can also aid in maintaining the strength of bones in older people. The foods that are rich in vitamin K are kale, spinach, collard greens, Swiss chard, turnip leaves, and mustard greens, romaine lettuce, parsley, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, asparagus. Make sure you have plenty of vitamin-rich food items. It's tempting to take supplements to take in your dose of vitamins. However, according to the Office of Dietary Supplements, taking pills is not a substitute for a balanced diet. For the nutrients, you require to take advantage of the high vitamin-rich foods that are believed to be nutrient-rich. If you suspect that you could have a deficiency in the essential nutrients of your diet, consult your dietitian or doctor. They might suggest changes to your food habits. They might also advise you to include a supplement in your routine. Implement your healthy eating plan into practice. A balanced diet can provide the nutrients your body requires for proper functioning. Nuts, fruits, vegetables, and seafood are great in nutrients. Include a variety of them in your diet to ensure maximum health and well-being. Healthy foods high in B vitamins. 8 B vitamins are collectively referred to as B complex vitamins. They include thiamine, B1, and riboflavin, B2, and niacin, B3, pantothenic acid, B5, pyridoxine, B6, biotin, B7, folate, B9, and cobalamin, B12. Although each vitamin has its unique function, they all aid your body create energy and creating important substances in cell membranes. In addition to B12, the body can't store these vitamins for extended periods. Therefore, you must replenish them regularly by eating. A variety of foods contain B vitamins. However, for a food to be considered high in vitamin content, it must contain 20% of the recommended daily amount in each serving. In addition, food that has 10 to 19% or more of RDI is considered a great source. Here are foods that are healthy and with a high content of at least one of the B vitamins. 1. Salmon. This all-around nutritious fish is rich in several B vitamins. The 3.5-ounce, 100-gram portion cooked of salmon includes thiamine, B1, 18% of the RDI, riboflavin, B2, 29% of the RDI, niacin, B3, 50% of the RDI, pantothenic acid, B5, 19% of the RDI, pyridoxine, B6, 47% of the RDI, cobalamin, B12, 51% of the RDI. In addition, salmon is a low-mercury species of fish that is rich in omega-3 fats, as well as being rich in protein and selenium. 2. Leafy greens. Many leafy greens stand out for the folate, B9, levels. They are among the top folate-rich vegetables. Raw spinach, 41% of the RDI within 3 cups, 85 grams. Spinach cooked, 31% of the RDI in a half cup, 85 grams. Collard greens cooked 20% in the RDI in 1/2 cup, 85 grams. cooked turnip greens 25% from the RDI in a half cup, 85 grams, romaine lettuce raw 29% of the RDI for 2 cups, 85 grams. However, certain folates can be destroyed through cooking heat, and some may transfer into the cooking water. To prevent loss of folate cooking steam, the greens are about halfway between tender and crisp. 3. Liver and other organ meats. Although they're not very popular, organ meats, particularly livers, are loaded with B vitamins. This is the case whether they're made from pork, beef, lamb, or chicken. For instance, an example 3.5-ounce, 100-gram portion of liver from beef mutton contains thiamine B1, 12% of the RDI, riboflavin B2, 201% of the RDI, niacin B3, 87% of the RDI, pantothenic acid B5, 69% of RDI, pyridoxine B6, 51% of the RDI, biotin B7, 138% of the RDI, folate B9, 65% of the RDI, cobalamin B12, 1,386% of the RDI. If you're not used to the liver's intense flavor or negatively see the organ's meats, look at them as a mixture with your favorite cuts of ground meat or include them in highly spiced dishes like chili. 4. Eggs. A large egg has 33% of the RDI for biotin. It is divided between yolk and white. In reality, eggs are among the best sources of biotin. The only liver has more. Eggs also have smaller quantities of various B vitamins. One large 50-gram cooked egg contains riboflavin B2, 15% of the RDI, pantothenic acid B5, 7% of the RDI, biotin B7, 33% of the RDI, folate B9, 5% of the RDI, cobalamin B12, 9% of the RDI. Be aware that raw egg whites are a source of avidin, a protein that binds with biotin and blocks its absorption into your digestive tract if you consume eggs that are raw whites. Cooking eggs activates avidin and decreases the risk of food safety. If you do not eat meat, eggs, or other animal products, you can meet your biotin requirements by eating food items like fruits, vegetables, seeds, nuts, and whole grains. These are all rich in biotin. 5. Milk. A cup of 8 ounces, 240 milliliters of milk supplies 26% of the RDI for riboflavin, in addition to lesser quantities of other B vitamins. Thiamine B1, 7% of the RDI, riboflavin B2, 26% of the RDI, pantothenic acid B5 is 9% of RDI, cobalamin B12, 18% of the RDI. It is not surprising that studies show that dairy and milk products are the most popular source of riboflavin. They are being followed by grains and meat. For instance, in an observational study involving more than 36,000 people in Europe, dairy products were responsible for 22 to 52% of the riboflavin found in people's diets. As with other animal products, milk is also a great supply of vitamin B12, providing 18% of the RDI for a 1 cup, 240 milliliter serving. Furthermore, you can absorb B12 most efficiently from dairy products like milk and other dairy products. It has absorption rates of 51 to 79%. 6. Beef. Beef is a great contribution to your intake of B vitamins. In a study that was observational of the eating habits of 22,000 people living in U.S., the study found that meat and meat products were among the top sources of thiamine and niacin and the pyridoxine. Here's the quantity of B vitamins found in the 3.5-ounce, 100-gram piece of sirloin, roughly half the size of most tender steak served in restaurants. Thiamine B1, 5% of the RDI, riboflavin B2, 8% of the RDI, niacin B3, 39% of the RDI, pantothenic acid B5, 6% of the RDI, pyridoxine B6, 31% of the RDI, cobalamin B12, 29% of the RDI. 7. Oysters, clams, and mussels. Mussels, oysters, and clams are excellent sources of B12 and a great source of riboflavin. They also provide lesser amounts of folate, thiamine, and niacin. The 3.5-ounce, 100-gram prepared portion of each. 8. Legumes. Legumes are renowned for their folate content. They also contain tiny quantities of additional B vitamins, like the thiamine, the riboflavin, the niacin, pantothenic acid, and B6. This is the folate level of 1 cup, 85-gram, cooked portion of a few legumes commonly consumed. Black beans, 32% of RDI. Chickpeas, garbanzo beans, 35% of RDI. Edamame green soybeans, 60% of the RDI. Green peas are 12% of RDI. Kidney beans represent 29% of RDI. Lentils, 45% of the RDI. Pinto beans, 37% of the RDI. Roasted soy nuts, 44% of RDI. Folate, or its synthetic form folic acid, is crucial in reducing the chance of developing certain congenital disabilities. It is important to note that the RDI amounts above are calculated based on the RDI of 400 milligrams. However, pregnant women require 600 milligrams daily. 9. Chicken and turkey. Turkey and chicken are known for their niacin and pyridoxine levels. White meat, like breasts, provides more of these two vitamins than dark meat. 11. Nutritional and brewer's yeast. Brewers and nutritional yeast are inactive, which means they can't be used to create bread. They are more commonly used to enhance food items' nutritional value and flavor. The yeasts are naturally rich in B vitamins and are frequently added to the mix, especially nutritional yeast. If added nutrients are present, you'll find them on the label. The two yeasts are compared based on a 2 tablespoon, 15 to 30 gram portion, although the values will vary based on the brand. The sweet, nutty flavor of nutritional yeast makes it popular for its use as a seasoning. Brewer's yeast, however, may taste bitter and could be incorporated into food items such as salad dressings, smoothies, or soup. 12. Pork. Like other popular meats, pork is a great source of numerous B vitamins. It's noted for its abundance of thiamine, of which beef is the least. A 3.5-ounce, 100-gram pork loin chop provides thiamine B1, 69% of the RDI, riboflavin B2, 24% of the RDI, niacin B3, 24% of the RDI, pantothenic acid B5 is 9% of the RDI, pyridoxine B6, 27% of the RDI, cobalamin B12, 14% of the RDI. For a healthier pork selection, select cuts of the loin that are lower in calories and fat than shoulder cuts, commonly used to make pulled pork, and bacon, spare ribs, and spare ribs. 13. Fortified cereal. Breakfast cereals usually have added vitamins, like B vitamins. Look for them on the list of ingredients. The B vitamins most often added to cereals are riboflavin, thiamine, B6, niacin, synthetic folate, and B12. Many breakfast bowls of cereal with added sugars contain refined grains and sugars. Choose a cereal with at least 5 grams of sugar for each cup, and whole grains, like whole grain wheat and whole oats, which are the primary ingredients. 14. Trout. Trout is an aquatic fish that is freshwater and is closely related to salmon and is rich in several B vitamins. It is a 3.5-ounce, 100-gram cooking portion of trout is enough to provide thiamine B1, 28% of the RDI, riboflavin B2, 25% of the RDI, niacin B3, 29% of the RDI, pantothenic acid B5, 22% of the RDI, pyridoxine B6, 12% of the RDI, cobalamin B12, 125% of the RDI. In addition, trout is an excellent source of protein, rich in omega-3 fats and low in mercury. 15. Sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds are among the most potent source of pantothenic acid. This B vitamin is named by its Greek phrase pantos, meaning everywhere, because it's present in most animal and plant food items, but typically only in tiny amounts. Remarkably, 1 ounce, 28 grams, of sunflower seeds contains 20% of an RDI in pantothenic acids. The sunflower seeds are a great source of folate, niacin, and B6. Sunflower seed butter, which is popular for those with allergies to nuts, is a great food source for pantothenic acid. What can you do to enhance your health and nutrition? Have you ever thought that a healthy living can make you prolong your life? Enhancing your nutrition and health can help you feel better, but but it can also aid in ensuring you're able to cherish those precious moments with your loved ones and family. Whatever your objective is to shed weight, increase your energy levels, or get fitter, these suggestions will assist. Nutrition is one of the most important factors in living an active and healthy lifestyle. It is possible to improve your health by consuming an appropriate diet. It is important to eat foods that are rich in minerals and vitamins. This includes vegetables, fruits and cereals, milk, and a source of protein. You can ask yourself these questions. If you answered yes to one of these questions, ask your physician about your health. You might need to alter your eating habits to improve nutritional health. Do you suffer from a health issue or risk factors such as diabetes, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol levels? Did your doctor inform you that you could enhance your health with a better diet? Do cancer, diabetes, heart disease, or osteoporosis come from your family? Are you overweight? Are you confused about the food items you should be eating or if it is necessary to take vitamin supplements? Do you consume many fast and processed foods? Do you think you could benefit from consulting a registered dietitian or someone with a nutrition counseling specialization? The path to better health. It can be difficult to make changes in the way you eat. It is helpful to concentrate on making small changes. Making modifications to your diet can also be beneficial if you suffer from illnesses aggravated by the foods you consume or drink. The symptoms of conditions like intolerant to lactose, kidney diseases, and celiac disease could be improved by changing the way you eat. Here are some tips to improve your well-being. Make sure you stay connected to your physician so they know how you're doing. Look for what strengths and flaws of your current eating habits. Do you consume about 4 to 5 cups of fruit and vegetables daily? Do you consume enough calcium? Do you consume whole grain foods that are high in fiber? If yes, then you are on the correct path. Keep going. Add more of these food items to your daily menu if you aren't. You can keep track of your daily food intake by recording the food and drinks you consume each day. This will help you analyze your food habits. It will show you if you require to consume more or less of certain food categories. You might consider seeking advice from a dietitian. They can assist you in adhering to a specific diet, particularly if you are suffering from a health problem. Everyone could benefit from cutting down on fats that are unhealthy. If you are currently eating excessive fats, commit to cutting down and changing your lifestyle. Fat foods that are unhealthy include dark chicken meat, the skin of poultry and fat cuts of pork, lamb, and beef, and dairy products with a high fat content, whole butter, milk, and cheeses. Strategies to reduce unhealthy fats are: grill, bake, or broil your meat instead of cooking it. Remove the skin before cooking turkey or chicken. Consume fish at least once per week. Reduce extra fat. This is the case with the butter on your bread, sour cream on baked potatoes, and salad dressings. Choose low-fat or non-fat versions of these items. Consume plenty of fruits and vegetables along with your meals and snacks. Check the nutrition labels on food items before purchasing the items. If you require help understanding the nutrition labels, speak to your physician or dietitian. If you dine at a restaurant, beware of hidden fats and larger portions. Being hydrated is vital to healthy living. Consume low or zero-calorie beverages like tea or water. Sweetened drinks add calories and sugar to your food. This includes fruit juice drinks, soda, sports, energy drinks, sweetened or flavored milk, and sweetened iced tea. Health and nutrition tips that are evidence-based. It's easy to be confused about nutrition and health. Even experts with qualifications tend to have opposing views, making it difficult to determine what you ought to do to improve your health. 1. Reduce the number of beverages that are high in sugar. Drinks with sugary ingredients like sodas, juices of fruit, and teas with sweetened syrup are the most significant source of sugar added to the American diet. Unfortunately, results from various studies suggest that sugar-sweetened drinks pose a risk for cardiovascular disease, as well as type 2 diabetes, even for those who do not carry extra body fat. Sugar-sweetened drinks are also detrimental to children since they contribute to overweight children and diseases that typically do not manifest until adulthood, including type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Healthier alternatives include water, unsweetened teas, sparkling water, coffee. 2. Consume nuts and seeds. Many people do not like nuts because they contain fat, but seeds and nuts are extremely nutritious. They are loaded with fiber, protein, and many minerals and vitamins. Nuts can help you shed weight and decrease the chance of developing type 2 diabetes and heart disease. In addition, one major observational study found that a lack of seeds and nuts could be connected to an increased chance of dying from stroke, heart disease, or type 2 diabetes. 3. Avoid foods that are processed to a high degree. Ultra-processed foods contain ingredients that have been altered from their original forms. They usually contain added sugar, highly refined oils, salt, preservatives, artificial sweeteners, colors, and flavors. Examples include snack cakes, fast food, frozen meals, canned food items, chips. Ultra-processed food items are extremely palatable, which means they can be readily consumed, trigger reward-related brain areas, and cause excessive consumption of calories and weight growth. Studies have shown that diets high in foods that are processed can contribute to overweight and type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and other chronic illnesses. Along with low-quality ingredients such as inflammatory fats, refined sugars, and grains, they're typically not high in protein, fiber, and micronutrients. Therefore, they're mostly empty calories. 4. Don't be afraid of coffee. Despite some debates about it, coffee is awash in health-related benefits. It's high in antioxidants, as well as some research has connected drinking coffee with longevity and lower risk of developing Parkinson's disease, type 2 diabetes, and Alzheimer's disease, as well as various other ailments. The ideal intake is 3 to 4 cups per day, but pregnant women should be careful to limit or eliminate it since it is linked to too low birth weight. It is recommended to drink coffee and other caffeine products in moderate amounts. Consuming too much caffeine can cause health problems such as anxiety and heart palpitations. To take your coffee healthily, limit your consumption to 4 cups a day. Also, avoid sugary, high-calorie additives such as sweetened creamer. 5. Eat fatty fish. Fish is an excellent supply of protein that is high in quality and healthy fat. This is especially true for fattier fish like salmon and sardines, which are high in omega-3 fatty acids and other nutrients. People who consume fish regularly are at an increased risk of developing numerous conditions, including dementia, heart disease, and inflammatory bowel disease. 6. Sleep enough. It is crucial to get the quality sleep that is not overstated. Sleep deprivation can cause insulin resistance and can affect your appetite hormones and can affect your mental and physical performance. Additionally, poor sleep is among the most significant individual risk factors leading to weight growth and weight gain. Individuals who don't get enough rest make choices about food that are rich in sugar, fat, and calories, which could lead to an unintentional weight gain. 7. Feed your gut bacteria. Together with your gut's microbiota, gut-based bacteria are crucial for your overall well-being. The disruption of the gut microbiome is associated with various chronic diseases, including obesity and a variety of digestive issues. Some good ways to improve your gut's health include eating probiotic food items like sauerkraut and yogurt, supplementing with probiotics as needed, and taking in lots of fiber. In addition, fiber acts as a prebiotic and an energy source for gut bacteria. 8. Keep hydrated. Hydration is an essential but often unappreciated indicator of health. By staying hydrated, you can ensure that your body functions well and that the blood volume is adequate. Drinking water is the best way to stay hydrated since it's not loaded with sugar, calories, and other additives. While everyone requires no standard quantity each day, you should drink enough to ensure that your thirst is sufficiently quenched. 9. Do not eat heavily charred meats. Meat is an incredibly healthy and nutritious component in your daily diet. It's extremely high in protein and is a high source of nutrients. But issues can arise when food is charred or burned. Charring may lead to the creation of harmful compounds that can increase the risk of certain cancers. When you cook your meat, ensure that you don't char or ignite it. Limit your consumption of processed and red meats such as lunch meats and bacon, since they are connected to cancer risk overall, as well as colon cancer risks. 10. Avoid exposure to bright light before bed. If you're exposed to lights, including blue light wavelengths at night, it could disrupt the production of the sleep hormone melatonin. One way to reduce the exposure to blue light is to wear glasses that block blue, particularly if you work with computers or other digital screens for extended durations of time. Avoid screens with digital displays for 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. This may aid your body in producing the hormone melatonin as the evening progresses and help you sleep better. 11. Take vitamin D if you're deficient. The majority of people don't get adequate amounts of vitamin D. Although these deficiencies in vitamin D aren't immediately harmful, maintaining sufficient levels of vitamin D may aid in optimizing your health by enhancing the strength of your bones, decreasing signs of depression, boosting the immune system, and reducing the risk of developing cancer. If you don't invest a long period outside in the sun and you don't get enough vitamin D, your levels could be insufficient. If you can access it on the internet, it's recommended to get your levels checked to adjust your levels with vitamin D supplements if needed. 12. Consume plenty of fruit and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are loaded with prebiotic minerals, vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants, many of which are known to have powerful positive health effects. Those who consume more fruits and vegetables tend to be healthier and are at lower risks of coronary disease, overweight, and other ailments. 13. Eat adequate protein. Consuming enough protein is crucial to maintain optimal health, as it is the primary ingredient your body requires to build new tissues and cells. Additionally, the nutrient is essential for maintaining appropriate body weight. The intake of protein can increase the metabolic rate of your body, also known as calorie burning, and help you feel fuller. It could also lessen cravings and the desire to eat late at night. 14. Get moving. Aerobic exercise, also known as cardio, is among the most beneficial things you can perform for your physical and mental well-being. It is particularly effective in decreasing belly fat, the harmful fat that accumulates within your organs. The reduction in belly fat can cause significant improvements in your metabolic health. 15. Avoid smoking or using drugs and drink in moderation. Smoking cigarettes, unhealthy consumption of drugs, and drinking excessively can all adversely affect your health. If you take any of these, you should consider cutting back or stopping to lower your chances of contracting chronic diseases. There are online resources and probably within your community to assist you in this. Consult your physician for more information about accessing the resources available. 16. Utilize extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil can be considered one of the most nutritious vegetable oils you can consume. It's packed with healthy monounsaturated fats that are heart-healthy and powerful antioxidants with anti-inflammatory properties. Olive oil that is extra virgin can help improve heart health, as those who consume it have a lower chance of suffering heart attacks and strokes. 17. Minimize your sugar intake. Sugar is a major ingredient in modern foods and drinks. Too much sugar consumption can lead to weight gain and type 2 diabetes and heart disease. 18. Reduce refined carbs. Not all carbs are in the same way. The refined carbs are highly processed to eliminate their fiber. They're generally low in nutrients and could cause harm to your health if consumed in large quantities. Most processed foods are made of refined carbohydrates like corn that have been processed into white flour, and sugars added to the food chain. A diet high in refined carbohydrates could be associated with overeating, weight gain, and chronic illnesses like type 2 heart disease and diabetes. 19. Lift massive weights. Resistance and strength training are among the most effective exercises you could practice to strengthen your muscles and increase your body's shape. It could also result in significant improvements in your metabolic health, such as increased insulin sensitivity, meaning your blood sugar levels will be much easier to control, and an increase in the rate of your metabolism or the number of calories you consume at the time of rest. If you don't have weights available, you can use your body weight and resistance bands to generate resistance. You will be able to get the same workout with many similar advantages. 20. Avoid artificial trans fats. Artificial trans fats can be harmful, human-made fats highly connected to inflammation and heart disease. Avoiding them is much more simple now that they've been banned completely within the United States and many other countries. Be aware that you might find some foods which contain small quantities of trans fats that naturally occur. However, these aren't linked to the same negative consequences as artificial trans fats. 21. Make sure you have plenty of spices and herbs. There are many spices and herbs at our disposal today and more than ever before. They do not just add flavor, but can also provide health benefits. For instance, ginger and turmeric possess potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects that could enhance your overall health. Due to their potent health benefits, it is recommended to make an effort to include a range of spices and herbs in your daily diet. 22. Maintain your social connections. Social connections among family members, friends, and those you love are vital for your mental health and your physical well-being. Close relationships with their friends and family members are healthier and live longer than those with no close friends and family members. 23. Sometimes you should track your intake of food. One way you can determine precisely how many calories you consume can be to measure your meal items and utilizing a nutritional tracker to estimate the sizes of your portions and calorie consumption isn't impossible. Monitoring can also give you insights into your fiber, protein, and micronutrient consumption. Although some studies have discovered an association between monitoring calories and disordered eating habits, there is evidence suggesting that people who monitor their food intake are more likely to succeed when it comes to getting rid of weight while maintaining weight loss. 24. Remove belly fat. Excess abdominal fat, also known as visceral fat, is a unique and unhealthy form of fat connected to an increase in the risk of cardiovascular conditions like type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Therefore, your waist size and waist-to-hip ratio might be stronger fitness indicators than your weight. Reduce the number of refined carbohydrates, as well as taking in more fiber and protein, and lessening stress, which may reduce cortisol, which is a stress hormone that can trigger abdominal fat absorption, are all methods to aid in shedding belly fat. 25. Avoid restrictive diets. Diets generally fail and don't always work over the long haul. Previous weight loss is among the best predictors of future weight gain. This is because strict diets can actually decrease the rate of metabolism, which is the number of calories you consume, making it harder to shed weight. However, they cause changes to your appetite and satiety hormones. These can make you more hungry and trigger cravings for food that is high in calories, fats, and sugar. This makes an ideal recipe for rebound weight gain, known as yo-yo dieting. Instead of attempting to lose weight, consider living a healthier life. Concentrate on feeding your body, not cutting out food. Loss of weight should occur when you switch to whole, healthy foods that are more filling and contain fewer calories than processed food items. 26. Eat whole eggs. Despite the ongoing discussion regarding eggs and health, it's not true that eggs are harmful to your health due to their cholesterol. Research has shown that eggs do not affect blood cholesterol levels for the vast majority of people. Furthermore, eggs are a fantastic source of protein as well as nutrients. Furthermore, a study involving 263,938 individuals found that eating eggs did not correlate with the risk of heart disease. 27. Meditate. Stress can hurt your overall health. It can impact your blood sugar level, diet choices, susceptibility to illness, weight loss, weight distribution, and much more. This is why it's vital to figure out healthy methods to reduce your stress. Meditation is one way and has research-based evidence that supports its effectiveness in managing stress and improving your health. In a study that involved 48 participants suffering from high blood pressure or type 2 diabetes, or both, the researchers discovered that meditation could help lower LDL, bad cholesterol, and inflammation compared to the group that did not meditate. Furthermore, participants who meditated experienced improved physical and mental well-being. Simple rules for amazing health. A healthy lifestyle appears to be incredibly difficult. Experts and advertisements all over you seem to offer contradicting recommendations. But living a healthy life does not have to be difficult. To achieve maximum health, lose weight, and feel better each day, all you have to do is adhere to these 5 easy rules. 1. Do not put toxic things into your body. A lot of the things that people put into their bodies are toxic. Certain substances like alcohol, cigarettes, and drugs can be extremely addicting, making it difficult for those who use them to stop or stay clear of them. If you are suffering from any of these substances, such as diet or exercise, these aren't the most pressing concerns. Although alcohol is acceptable when it is moderately consumed by people who can handle it, smoking tobacco and other harmful drugs are not good for anyone. However, a more frequent problem is the consumption of unhealthy junk food, leading to disease. If you are looking to achieve maximum health, it is important to reduce the amount of these food items. The most likely and effective modification you can make to enhance your diet is cutting the intake of processed, packaged food items. It's not easy since many of these food items are made to be delicious and extremely difficult to resist. When it comes to certain ingredients, added sugars are among the most toxic. They include sucrose as well as high fructose corn syrup. Both of them can wreak havoc on the metabolism when taken in excess, even though certain individuals can handle moderate quantities. Additionally, it's recommended to stay clear of all trans fats that are present in a variety of margarine and baked goods that are packaged. 2. Lift things and move around. Utilizing your muscles is essential for your health. While exercising and lifting weights can help you look better, making your appearance more appealing is only the tip of the iceberg. It is also important to exercise regularly to ensure that your brain, body, and hormones work optimally. The weights you lift lower your blood sugar and insulin levels, increase cholesterol levels, and decrease triglycerides. It also increases your testosterone levels and other growth hormones, which are both linked to greater well-being. Furthermore, exercising can decrease depression and your chance of contracting various chronic illnesses like type 2 diabetes, obesity, Alzheimer's disease, heart disease, and many others. In addition, exercising can help you shed weight, particularly when combined with a healthy and balanced diet. It's not only about burning calories, but it also boosts the level of hormones and overall body functioning. There are plenty of methods to get fit. It is not necessary to join an exercise facility or purchase expensive equipment for exercise. It is possible to work out at no cost and from the at-home comforts of your own home. You can search Google and YouTube for body weight workouts or calisthenics, for instance. Going outdoors to hike or go for walks is a crucial step to take, especially if you're able to enjoy some sunshine while doing it for the natural supply of vitamin D. Walking is a great option and is an underappreciated form of exercise. The most important thing is to pick one that you like and that you can commit to in the long run. If you're in poor condition or have any medical issues, it's best to speak with your doctor or a certified health professional before beginning an entirely new training program. 3. Sleep like a baby. Sleep is essential to overall health, and research has shown that lack of sleep is associated with various diseases, including heart disease and obesity. It is strongly recommended to take time for quality, good sleep. If you are unable to get enough sleep, there are a variety of options to help improve your sleep. Do not drink your coffee later in the day. Try to sleep and get up at the same time every day, in complete darkness without artificial light. Reduce the lighting in your house a couple of hours before you go to bed. It is also an excellent idea to consult your physician. Sleep disorders like sleep apnea are prevalent and in many instances can be treated. 4. Avoid excess stress. Healthy living requires healthy eating, good sleep, and regular workouts. But how you feel and the way you think is equally crucial. Stressing constantly can lead to catastrophe. The stress of excessive stress can increase cortisol levels and seriously affect your body's metabolism. It may increase the craving for junk food, increase fats in your stomach, and increase the chance of developing various diseases. To reduce stress, try simplifying your routine. Work out and go for walks in nature, or practice deep breathing techniques and perhaps even meditate. If you cannot handle the demands of your everyday life without getting overwhelmed, take a look at seeking out a psychologist. In addition to helping you overcome stress, helps you feel better as well, but it will also improve your life in different ways. Being constantly worried or anxious and not having the time to enjoy and relax is a huge waste of time. 5. Nourish your body with real foods. The most simple and efficient method to be healthy is to concentrate on authentic food items. Select whole, unprocessed foods which resemble what they look like in nature. Eat various plants and animals such as fish, meat, eggs, vegetables, fruit, eggs, seeds, nuts, oily fats, and dairy products with high fat content. If you're lean, healthy, and active, taking whole and unrefined carbs are perfectly acceptable. This includes beans, sweet potatoes, and whole grains like oats. If you're obese, overweight, or have signs of metabolic problems like metabolic syndrome or diabetes, you must cut back on your important carbohydrate sources could bring about drastic improvement. Many people can shed a significant amount of weight simply by cutting down on carbohydrates since they can consciously cut back on their food intake. Whatever you choose, try to choose organic, natural foods and avoid foods that look like they were manufactured in factories. Tips for maintaining good health. Everyone is aware that having a balanced diet, exercising, and getting plenty of sleep are crucial to maintaining healthy health. It can be a daunting task when at college. The temptations of fast food, sweets, or alcohol, and caffeine over healthy choices when with people you know or are stressed from the demands of your academics. Here are some suggestions to stay healthy despite your college-related lifestyle. Nutrition. Consume a wide range of high-nutrient foods. Your body requires over 40 nutrients to maintain healthy living, and there is no one source of these. Your food choices for the day must include a mix of healthy carbs, protein and fruits, vegetables, and dairy products. Take a look at the food guide provided by USDA at USDA by visiting mypyramid.gov. Consume moderate portions. If portion sizes are sensible and moderate, it's much easier to consume what you like and keep a healthy and balanced eating routine. What is a moderate amount? A medium-sized portion of fruit equals 1 serving. 1 cup of pasta equals 2 servings. A pint of ice cream has 4 servings. Do not skip meals. In the event of skipping meals, it can result in uncontrollable hunger and often results in a binge eating habit. Snacking is a good option between meals if you're stressed out. Make sure to have at least 2 healthy meals. Do not remove certain food items. Since our bodies require various nutritional needs, it's not a good idea to eliminate salt, sugar, fat, and salt from our diets unless medical professionals advise us. Making healthier choices like skim or low-fat dairy products will allow you to maintain an appropriate diet. Foods aren't healthy or good. It's all about control of portion sizes. Drink plenty of water. Avoid Cokes and other sodas containing 17 teaspoons of sugar in a 20-ounce of beverage. Sugar is a great source of empty calories, which will eat up vital minerals and vitamins in your body. Water can help us stay hydrated and assist in blood circulation, eliminate toxins in our bodies, and regulate the body's temperature. Beware of excessive caffeine. It is an opiate-like substance that can impact your ability to focus and sleep and affect bodily functions like muscles and the elimination of waste. Stress management and fitness. Be active. Take staircases instead of elevators. Make sure you do at least 30 minutes of physical activity each day. If the thought of exercising for hours and hours isn't appealing to you, then go out for a game of ultimate frisbee. You can also go for an exercise or walk. It's important to get moving. Relax. Make sure you're organized to eliminate unnecessary and unavoidable stress. Switch off the television and turn on the music. Every day, even if it's only 15 minutes for reflection and relaxation. Make sure you get enough sleep. Give yourself a minimum of 30 minutes of unwinding time before bedtime in the evening. Example, reading. Beware of the temptation to take sleeping pills, especially when stressed about working on papers, studying, or other tasks. Sleeping isn't an unnecessary time waster. It's as crucial and essential as exercise and nutrition. Health care for the social. Engage and connect with people in a friendly setting. It is common for college students to find that the transition can be difficult, particularly when students have to leave the family they've experienced for their entire lives. It doesn't matter if it's playing on the team for a sport or road student government, joining a religious organization, volunteering in the soup kitchen, or in some other way helping others can help us. Most important to do is to choose something that you're interested in and to enjoy yourself. Things to be considered. A balanced diet and regular exercise can be beneficial for your well-being. These practices can aid in losing or keeping weight off. Set achievable goals. It could be that they are making one small change to their diet that was mentioned earlier or taking a walk every day. Dietitians and doctors suggest adopting healthy eating practices as a regular part of life instead of adhering to fad diets. Tips on nutrition and diets from various sources could be deceiving. Be aware of the guidelines below and consult with your physician before making any changes. Fad diets don't work. The latest or temporary diets claim to help you shed weight quickly. However, they're difficult to maintain and can be dangerous. The best nutrition isn't in pills. You should try eating various food items instead. Your body will benefit from healthy whole food. Make sure you take only the vitamins your doctor recommends. Diet products or programs can make you believe in their claims. Many people who appear in these ads are paid to endorse their products. They don't discuss the negative effects, side effects, or weight loss. How to improve health through nutrition. According to the Council of State Governments, insufficient nutrition can cause preventable illnesses and conditions, resulting in approximately $200 billion in medical bills and productivity loss each year. By making small adjustments to your food habits and lifestyle, you can boost your health and wellness by eating a balanced diet. Simple nutrition rules are easy to remember and can help you save your life. Change your eating habits. Small changes can have a huge effect on your health of yours. Begin with one change and then make another every week. Eliminating all drinks except black coffee, water, and plain tea is a huge shift. Sugar-sweetened drinks, tea energy drinks, and designer coffee are all loaded with calories and fat than is necessary. Coffee, tea, and water are all fat-free options and are healthier for you. As per Harvard Health publications, drinking 1 or 2 cups of coffee every day can lower your cancer risk. The antioxidants present in most teas work by reducing free radicals, which are responsible for developing cancerous cells. A typical adult should drink a minimum of 8 8-ounce glasses of water per day to maintain their health. Other changes you can take include avoiding fast food, switching to lower sodium soups, bringing your lunches to work, and eliminating your sweet bowls. Avoid fat and cholesterol. Consuming too many saturated fats, cholesterol, trans fats, and saturated fats is a major cause of stroke, heart disease, and other life-threatening illnesses. Foods that are cholesterol-rich and fat-rich generally have a high amount of calories. Eliminating these foods from your diet can reduce the caloric intake you take in daily, contributing to weight loss. A healthy weight helps keep your body healthy and reduces obesity-related diseases. Most processed junk foods like snacks, cakes, chips, and sausage are loaded with cholesterol and fats. Eat more fruits and vegetables. To maintain optimal health, you should aim for a minimum of 2 servings of fruit and 3 portions of vegetables every day. The fruits and vegetables are loaded with large quantities of minerals and vitamins with low caloric content. They also contain significant quantities of fiber in the diet. Fiber helps prolong the feeling of satisfaction after eating and helps to eat less. Men require between 28 and 34 grams of daily fiber, while women need between the 22 to 28 gram range. If purchasing fresh vegetables and fruits is prohibitively expensive, opt for frozen versions. Frozen fruits and vegetables will last for longer, and they are generally more affordable. Eat more lean proteins and whole grains. Protein is a vital component of a healthy diet as it aids in proper muscle development and growth. Lean protein is lower in cholesterol and fats, which helps you maintain your daily calorie limits. Fish and poultry that are skinless or cuts of pork that are lean and red meat are great. Tenderloin is a delicious tender cut of pork that is lean as is top round, a healthy option for red meat that is lean and healthy. Dairy products, soy products, legumes, and nuts are protein sources even in the absence of meat. Whole grains are an additional ingredient to improve your well-being. They are rich in fiber as well as vitamins and minerals. When consumed regularly, whole grains reduce your cholesterol levels in the blood and may reduce the risk of developing cardiovascular disease. Brown rice and oatmeal, whole wheat flour, bulgur, and cornmeal are examples of whole grains to include in your healthy diet. Health tips. The beginning of a new decade comes with new resolutions to improve the quality of one's lifestyle, which includes an improved way of life. 1. Eat a healthy diet. Consume a variety of food groups, including fruits and legumes, vegetables and nuts, and whole grains. Adults should consume at least 5 servings, 400 grams, of fruits and vegetables every day. You can increase the number of vegetables and fruits by including vegetables in your meals, eating fresh fruits and vegetables for snacks, eating a wide variety of vegetables and fruits, and eating them during the season. Eating well will lower the risk of malnutrition and non-communicable illnesses, NCDs, like heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and stroke. 2. Use less sugar and salt. Filipinos consume twice the recommended amount of sodium, which puts them at risk of having high blood pressure. It increases the chance of suffering from stroke and heart disease. The majority of people obtain their sodium from salt. Reduce your salt intake to 5 grams a day, or roughly 1 teaspoon. It's much easier to achieve this by restricting the use of salt and soy sauce, as well as fish sauce and other condiments with high levels of sodium when you prepare meals. Eliminating salt as well as condiments, seasonings, and other ingredients of your table for meals, and avoiding snacks that are salty and consuming products with low sodium. However, drinking excessive amounts of sugars increase the chance of tooth decay and weight growth. For children and adults, eating free sugars must be reduced by less than 10% of the total energy consumption. This amounts to around 12 teaspoons for adults. WHO suggests consuming under 5% of your total energy intake to gain other health benefits. You can lower your sugar consumption by limiting your consumption of sweet snacks, sweets, and drinks sweetened with sugar. 3. Reduce consumption of fats that are harmful to your health. Fats consumed should make up less than 30% of your energy consumption. This will prevent overweight and NCDs. There are various kinds of fats. However, unsaturated fats are superior to trans fats and saturated fats. WHO suggests the reduction of saturated fats to lower than 10% of the total energy intake, reducing trans fats in the range of less than 1% of the total energy consumption, and substituting both trans fats and saturated oils with unsaturated fats. The most desirable unsaturated fats can be found in avocado, fish, nuts, soybean, sunflower, canola, and olive oil. The saturated fats can be found in fat-laden meat, coconut and palm cream, oil, cheese, ghee, lard, and trans fats in fried and baked foods and prepackaged food items, including frozen foods, biscuits, pizza, cookies, and cooking oils, as well as spreads. 4. Avoid harmful alcohol consumption. There isn't a safe limit for alcohol consumption. Drinking alcohol can cause health issues like mental and behavioral problems, like alcohol dependence, or major NCDs like liver cirrhosis and some heart diseases and cancers, and injuries that result from violence, collisions, or road collisions. 5. Don't smoke. Smoking tobacco triggers NCDs like heart disease, stroke, and lung disease. Tobacco is directly harmful to smokers and non-smokers by exposure to secondhand smoke. There are 15.9 Filipino adult smokers. However, 7 out of 10 smokers are either interested in or are planning to quit. If you're smoking, it's not yet too late to give up smoking. When you quit, you'll experience immediate and longer-term benefits to your health. If you're not smoking cigarettes, then that's fantastic. Don't start smoking and fight for the right to enjoy smoke-free and tobacco-free air. 6. Be active. Physical activity refers to any bodily activity performed by muscles of the skeletal system that needs energy expenditure. This is a reference to activities and exercise done during play, work, and doing chores at home, traveling, and engaging in recreational activities. What amount of exercise you require is dependent on your age. However, adults between the ages of 18 and 64 are required to do a minimum of 150 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity every day. Increase moderate intensity physical activity by 300 minutes per week to reap additional health benefits. 7. Monitor your blood pressure frequently. Hypertension, also known as hypertension, also known as high blood pressure, is referred to as silent killer or silent killer. Many with hypertension might not know about the issue since it might not be a sign of the disease. If it is not controlled, hypertension could lead to kidney, brain, and other illnesses. Check your blood pressure frequently by a medical professional to know your blood pressure. If your blood pressures are excessive, take advice from a health professional. This is crucial in the control and prevention of hypertension. 8. Take a test. Testing yourself is a crucial step to understanding your health condition, particularly when it comes to HIV, hepatitis B, and sexually transmitted diseases, STIs, and tuberculosis, TB. These conditions can cause serious complications and possibly death if not treated. Being aware of your condition means that you'll be able to prevent these illnesses, or if you discover that you're positive, receive medical attention and treatment you need. Visit a health center, whether private or public, where you feel comfortable and able to get examined. 9. Get vaccinations. The vaccination process is among the most effective methods to avoid getting sick. Vaccines aid the body's natural defenses to help protect against cervical cancer and cholera, diphtheria, hepatitis B, measles, influenza mumps, pneumonia, rubella, polio, rabies, and typhoid, along with yellow fever. In the Philippines, free vaccines are given to children 1 year old or less within the Department of Health's regular immunization program. If you're an adult or adolescent, you can ask your doctor whether you should check your vaccination status or if you wish to get your vaccination. 10. Make sure you are practicing safe sexual sex. Maintaining your sexual health is essential for overall well-being and health. Use safe sex practices to reduce the risk of HIV and other sexually transmissible diseases such as syphilis or gonorrhea. Many preventative measures are available, like pre-exposure prophylaxis, PrEP, which protects your body against HIV, and condoms that safeguard you against HIV and other STIs. 11. Make sure to cover your mouth when your mouth is sneezing or coughing. Infections like tuberculosis, pneumonia, and influenza can be transmitted via the air if infected individuals' coughs or sneezes could be passed to others via airborne droplets. If you sense an itch or sneeze come into your face, ensure that you cover your mouth using a mask or have tissue and then dispose of it with care. If you don't have a tissue nearby, protect your mouth as far as you can using the elbow crook or outside part of your elbow whenever you cough, sneeze, or cough. 12. Prevent mosquito bites. Mosquitoes are among the most deadly species of animals. The diseases like dengue, malaria, chikungunya, and lymphatic filariasis are spread by mosquitoes and continue to impact Filipinos. It is possible to take the simplest steps to safeguard yourself and your loved ones from mosquito-borne illnesses. If you're going to an area that has been identified as having mosquito-borne illnesses, ask your physician about vaccination to avoid diseases like Japanese encephalitis or yellow fever, or if you have to get anti-malarial medication. Wear light-colored, long-sleeve pants and shirts and apply insect repellent. Put up curtains for your windows and doors in your home. Use bed nets and keep your home clean every week to remove mosquito breeding places. 13. Be aware of the traffic laws. The road crashes take over 1 million lives all over the globe and millions are injured. Accidents caused by traffic can be avoided with various steps implemented by the government, including robust laws and enforcement, more secure vehicles and infrastructure, and better post-crash care. You can help reduce the risk of road crashes by ensuring that you adhere to traffic laws, such as wearing the seatbelt for adults and the child restraint system for your children, wearing a helmet while on a bicycle or motorcycle, as well as not drinking while driving and refraining from using your mobile when driving. 14. Make sure you drink only safe water. Unsafe drinking water could cause waterborne illnesses like diarrhea, cholera, and hepatitis A, typhoid, and polio. Worldwide, around 2 billion people rely on water sources that is contaminated by feces. Contact your water concessionaire and the water refilling station to confirm that the water you drink is safe. If you're not sure of your water source, boil your water for a minimum of 1 minute. This will kill harmful organisms that reside in the water. Cool it naturally before drinking. 15. Infants who breastfeed from 0 months to 2 years old and beyond. The best breastfeeding method is to ensure the best nutrition for infants and newborns. WHO suggests that mothers begin breastfeeding within an hour after the birth. It is important to breastfeed for the initial 6 months is vital for the baby's growth to be healthy and healthy. The recommendation is that nursing is extended for 2 years and even longer. Apart from benefiting babies, breastfeeding is beneficial for mothers as it lowers the chance of developing ovarian and breast cancers, type 2 diabetes, and postpartum depression. 16. Speak to someone you trust when you're having a down day. Depression is a prevalent illness worldwide, with over 250 million people suffering. Depression can manifest in various manners. However, it can cause you to feel helpless or depressed, and you may have negative and unsettling thoughts, often, or experience an overwhelming feeling of suffering. If you're experiencing this, keep in mind that you're not the only one. Talk to someone you trust, such as an individual from your family, a colleague, a friend, or mental health professional about how you feel. If you think you're at risk of harming yourself, you can call HELP, the National Center for Mental Health hotline, at 917-899-USAP 8727. 17. Only take antibiotics as directed by your doctor. Resistance to antibiotics is among the most significant health risks facing us in our age. If antibiotics cease to work bacteria, they become more difficult to manage, leading to greater medical expenses, long hospital stays, and increased death rates. The effectiveness of antibiotics is diminishing due to abuse and overuse both in animals and humans. Take antibiotics when prescribed by a certified medical specialist. Once prescribed, you must complete the prescribed days of treatment. Do not use antibiotics in conjunction with other medications. 18. Make sure you wash your hands thoroughly. Hand hygiene is essential not just for health professionals, but for all. Clean hands will help prevent the spread of diseases. Hand washing with water and soap when your hands appear polluted or use alcohol-based products. 19. Cook your food correctly. Unsafe foods containing harmful organisms, viruses, parasites, or chemical compounds cause more than 200 illnesses ranging from diarrhea and cancers. If you are buying food at the store or market, look over the label or the actual food items to ensure it is safe to consume. If you're cooking food, ensure you adhere to the 5 keys for a healthier diet. 1. Clean up after yourself. 2. Separate raw and cooked food. 3. Cook well. 4. Keep food at safe temperatures. And 5. Ensure that you are using food-grade raw materials and safe water. 20. Regular checkups are recommended. Regular checks can reveal illnesses before they become serious. Health professionals can aid in finding and recognizing health issues earlier, which means your chances of the treatment you need and cure is greater. Visit your local health clinic to look over the health treatments, services, and screenings available to you. Everything you need to know about fitness and why it's about way more than hitting the gym. What is it that means being fit? It isn't easy. The dictionary defines fitness as the quality or state of being fit. The term fit is sound physically and mentally. If you're finding those words somewhat ambiguous, you're not alone. This is the idea, according to fitness experts. Fitness doesn't mean that you're an ultra-marathoner or that you're able to do 100 pull-ups or just one. Fitness could refer to different things depending on the person. For me, fitness is first and foremost about feeling good and being able to move without pain, says certified strength and conditioning expert Grayson Wickham, a New York City-based physical therapist and the creator of Movement Vault, a mobility and movement business. The therapist explains that health is feeling good and in good shape for what you would like to pursue and lead the life you wish to lead. Do you have time to have fun with your grandchildren or kids? If the Inca Trail is on your bucket list, can you accomplish it? Do you feel relaxed after a long day of gardening? Do you have the ability to climb all the steps in your day without becoming exhausted or needing to take breaks? For instance, you've been able to determine your body mass index, BMI, and resting heart rate and body fat percentage, the VO2 max 5K and the marathon's record PR's 100-meter dash time and the bench press max. These are all measures used to assess our progress or evaluate ourselves against the other person on the treadmill or squat rack next to ours. However, the expert says that physical fitness shouldn't solely be assessed using any of these tests or assessments. It's more intricate. For instance, it's not possible to use one indicator, such as blood pressure, to gauge an individual's health. Blood pressure is an important test to detect heart disease. However, it isn't a reliable indicator of the presence of dementia or cancer. Physical fitness should be considered a balance of many of the measures mentioned above and many more intangible measures too, which include your outlook on not just your body, but your attitude toward your health and wellness. This means that looking good does not mean you're fit. Some people are obsessed with their body and figure, but are driven by low self-esteem and are prone to criticize the shortcomings of their appearance. Some people can sacrifice sleep and rest to attain greater achievement, but in the process, they force their body into fatigue or illness. Jonesco says, "Fitness is truly a spectrum of physical well-being that must balance our physical and emotional motivations. If all the elements of fitness are balanced both mentally and physically, we reap the greatest benefits. Being fit boosts energy, mood, sleep, and your immune system. Since fitness is the condition of being physically fit enough to lead a happy, satisfying life you'd like to live, the first and most obvious benefit of fitness is a higher quality of life. Research is linked to fitness, and energy levels are increasing. A better work-life balance, stronger immunity, sounder sleep. Certain studies suggest that boosting your fitness with exercises can aid in treating moderate to mild depression as medications. The emotional and mental benefits of fitness are among the most crucial ones, which can often be the most significant factor in people's overall health. The satisfaction of pushing your body and seeing it respond breeds not only a stronger, faster, leaner body, but a more peaceful, satisfied, and confident mind. If your body is in good shape, you can see how you can succeed when you set your mind. You can achieve your career, personal, and love objectives in a way that you would not otherwise. Additionally, you cannot ignore the positive impact fitness has on helping people attain and keep healthy weights. Increasing fitness through exercise is not just burning calories, but also creating metabolically active muscles. Wickham says that the more robust, healthy muscle you possess, the higher the amount of calories you'll burn in sitting down. A healthier body means a greater metabolism, correlated with a better weight. Exercise and sleep have a very intimate relationship. Here's how they both play a role in overall fitness. Imagine this in this manner. Indeed, even a marathon runner who can fit in numerous strength training exercises each week may be unable to maintain their fitness levels by eating a diet full of processed food items deficient in nutrients and high in sugars and saturated fats. Also, a person with stellar fitness and eating habits could hinder their progress by not getting sufficient rest each night. What are the benefits of keeping physical and sleep in order? Actively pursuing your goals can improve your sleep, and keeping track of between 7 and 9 hours of rest each night that the National Sleep Foundation suggests helps you retain the energy to keep your fitness goals and remain active. Staying fit benefits long-term health in a big way. While the immediate pleasure of fitness is wonderful, don't overlook that you might not realize the many benefits of fitness for many years or even years. Patience. Additionally, increased fitness dramatically reduces the chance of developing chronic illnesses like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, or cancer. A rapidly expanding body of research suggests that being physically active can also help prevent the development of dementia. In addition to these benefits, exercise can make you healthier and more robust throughout your life. 1 in 3 people aged 60 or over suffers from extreme muscle loss, known as sarcopenia. Further research has shown that the condition can cause weight gain, mobility, function fall, and even death for older adults. However, exercising can reduce the effects of aging. Why being fit helps with chronic disease management. Regular exercise and staying fit can reduce your chances of developing chronic illnesses such as cancer, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. What about the ongoing health issues that show up? All over the place, exercise and keeping fit can help. You might need to alter your workout routine or take special precautions based on your specific symptoms. For most people, exercising regularly can aid in battling conditions such as diabetes, heart disease, back pain, asthma, cancer, and arthritis. In addition, maintaining a healthy lifestyle can help combat any additional ailments you may be susceptible to. Here's how much physical activity you should be doing. How can you integrate fitness into your daily routine and achieve your personal fitness goals? Jones suggests that you start by following the federal guidelines for fitness. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, recommends that adults aim to get 150 to 300 minutes of moderate exercise or 75 to 150 minutes of vigorous aerobic exercise each week to maintain general health. It is also noted that the HHS guidelines also mention that exercising more than these amounts of exercise can bring more health benefits. In addition, the guideline suggests that adults exercise to build muscle of moderate or higher intensities for all major muscles at least 2 times per week. Aerobic activity is crucial for heart health. The level of intensity you choose to go for must be determined by your current fitness level and your physician's advice. Examples include running, walking, or cycling, as well as swimming. The strength exercises should focus on any or all of your body muscles like the legs, core, hips, back, or arms. Training with weights, lifting resistance bands, or body weight exercises are all excellent alternatives and can be utilized to improve and match the fitness level you are currently at. There's no shame in building to these guidelines over a month or so. Do note that these guidelines leave ample flexibility to personalize. This is a good thing since the most important part of working out is to keep it going. You must enjoy a given activity if you expect to continue to be motivated to do it regularly. If you're not a fan of running, you're fine. Take a swim or an indoor bicycle class. And most importantly, it is important to note that the HHS fitness guidelines emphasize that some activities will be more beneficial than nothing. Regardless of how short an activity pause is, you can still count it toward your daily objectives. In the end, adults need to be active and sit less in their lives. It may sound daunting, but it's not if you think about exercise beyond your time working out, Wickham says. Instead, consider every movement you perform to exercise. Even people who are exercising regularly often aren't moving throughout the day. Instead of trying to complete the entirety of your daily or week's work done in one day, Wickham recommends integrating physical activity and movement into your daily routine. Break up long periods of sitting down with any exercise that allows your body to experience the entire range of motion. It makes you feel good and lets you get back to what else you're doing with renewed enthusiasm. Don't forget to stretch. Although experts are currently discussing the benefits of stretching following an exercise, stretching before exercise is no longer recommended. And stretching all day long is a fantastic method to relax tight muscles, ease tension, and improve the flexibility that you require to be able to do your best in the gym as well as in everyday life. Fitness is, in essence, all about providing your body with what it needs to be successful. Be sure to pay attention. Health and fitness. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, health is the total physical, emotional, and social well-being, not only the absence of disease or impairment. This definition has remained the same since 1948. We all want to keep our health in good shape, i.e., a balanced social, physical, and mental balance. Consuming enough nutrients in our diets is vital to keeping good health. Physical health is perhaps the most commonly referenced aspect. Mental health is described as the state of emotional and psychological well-being, where the individual can utilize his or her capacities for emotional and cognitive thinking to function in society and fulfill the demands of daily life. The absence of any recognized mental disorder isn't necessarily a sign of mental well-being. One method to evaluate psychological health would be to observe how an individual can perform their job effectively and efficiently. Functions. Feeling confident and competent and able to manage the normal stress levels of 31, maintaining positive relationships, leading a life of independence, and bouncing back from difficult circumstances are all indications of a healthy mental state. Physical fitness is a sign of good bodily well-being due to regular physical activity, good nutrition and diet, and adequate rest to recover physical health. The term physical fitness is utilized in two different ways that are general fitness, a state of well-being and general health, in addition to specific fitness, a specific fitness definition that is based on the capacity to complete specific tasks in jobs or sports. Physical fitness refers to the capacity of the blood vessels, the heart and lungs, and muscles to function at their peak effectiveness, before fitness was defined as the capacity to complete the daily activities without excessive fatigue. Increased leisure time, automation, and lifestyle change after the Industrial Revolution meant that this criterion was no longer enough. In today's world, efficient performance is the most important thing. Physical fitness is identified as the human body's capacity to function effectively and efficiently at work and in leisure and stay fit, healthy, and able to fight off diseases and meet the demands of emergencies. Fitness can be further divided into 5 categories: aerobic fitness, muscular strength, endurance, flexibility, and body structure. Being physically fit helps you face emotional and mental challenges. It is easy to feel energetic and strong when they are fit. Fitness gives one the ability to cope with the demands of daily life and has enough reserves of energy to take on a new test, like getting on a bus. Therefore, the term health refers to an absolute state of social, physical, and mental well-being, and fitness refers to an ability to perform the physical job demands. A well-nourished and healthy person is more able to learn and is more energetic and stamina as well as self-esteem. A healthy diet coupled with daily exercise can aid in staying healthy. Teenagers aged between 12 to 18 who exhibit unhealthy eating habits and who are not properly nourished are more likely to develop eating disorders. Vegetarian Food Guide. Vegetarian diets are based on plant foods like grains, legumes, seeds, fruits, and nuts. Some vegetarian diets include eggs, milk products, or both. Those who do not consume dairy products or meats may still follow this daily guide to food for an appropriate diet. Food groups are alike, and the amount of food is the same. Vegans choose alternative meat alternatives such as legumes, seeds, tofu, and nuts. And for those who consume eggs, these are also good choices. Legumes and at minimum 1 cup of dark leafy vegetables provide the iron that meats typically supply. People who are vegetarians and do not drink cow's milk can use soy milk, a product made of soybeans, which provides the same nutrients, provided it is added by vitamin D, calcium, and vitamin B12, i.e., the nutrients are included. The food guide pyramid focuses on foods that belong to these 5 categories of foods shown within the lower 3 parts of the pyramid. Each of these food groups contains a little but not all of the nutrients you require. One group is not able to replace the others in the other. Each food group is more crucial than the other. To maintain healthy health, you require all of them. The pyramid is a diagram of what foods to eat each day. It's not a definitive regimen, but an overall guideline that helps you select a healthy diet that is suitable for you. The pyramid suggests eating a variety to ensure you get the nutrients you require, while also consuming having the proper number of calories to keep an appropriate weight. Dietary patterns in adolescence. A healthy diet is essential for the health and well-being of teenagers. The nutritional requirements of adolescents are varied and generally rise due to the rapid growth rate and changes to body structure, which occur as puberty progresses. Nutritional balance is crucial to maintaining overall mental and physical well-being. Healthy eating habits can help avoid chronic illnesses shortly, such as heart disease, obesity, cancer, and diabetes. Research on the intake of nutrients has found that adolescents are more likely to get lower levels of vitamin A, thiamine, calcium, and iron than recommended. They also consume more sugar, fat, proteins, and sodium than is considered adequate. Although many people express concern about eating in between meals, it has been proven that adolescents get substantial nutrition from food consumed in addition to traditional meals. The choices they choose to eat are more important than the time or location of their meal. The emphasis should be on fresh fruits and vegetables and whole grain products to complement the food items that are high in energy and protein they usually pick. What are the most commonly used food habits that adolescents are accustomed to, and why are they so important to know? Knowing what patterns are prevalent in diets will help us better assess the nutritional value of our diets and make sure that they're meeting the basic requirements needed to maintain well-being and health. The most frequent eating habits that are a problem are eating fast food consistently, not eating fruits or vegetables, eating a lot, and attempting to lose weight. By addressing each of these problems individually, you can ensure that you're meeting your minimal nutritional needs. Food inconsistency and skip meals. The number of meals teens skip and skip eating at a home increases from the early years of adolescence until late in the ado, which reflects the growing desire for independence and the need to spend being without a home. The dinner meal is believed as the one most frequently consumed dinner throughout the day. Girls tend to skip dinner, lunch, and breakfast more frequently than boys. In some homes with little resources, teenagers might not receive the right amount of meals or in the right quantities, which causes nutritional deficiency. Breakfast is often omitted and is skipped more often by young adults and teenagers younger than 25 than any other age group of the population. One possible explanation for why girls are more likely to skip breakfast than males is the desire for slimness and the frequent attempt to lose weight. Many teenagers believe they can reduce their weight by not eating meals or breakfast. However, this method can result in the opposite. They might be so hungry at mid-morning or at lunchtime that they compensate with the saved kilocalories. As truth be told, eating breakfast in the morning could slow down your metabolism, leading to weight gain and poor performance. Snacking. Snacking can be an escape plan for teenagers. Snacking need not be a negative habit. It can aid in maintaining energy levels, especially in young and active adolescents. Many teenagers fail to consume 3 meals a day due to the skipping eating habit. So having snacks can be beneficial in ensuring adequate intake of the essential nutrients, but eating only snacks can be harmful to your health. Fast food. Teenagers, especially in urban cities, are more likely to consume fast food because it's convenient and usually an event for socializing, and because they believe it's the norm of the moment. Fast food is usually loaded with calories along with empty calories. It is essential to make informed food choices when going to fast food establishments. Table 2 contains important information regarding fast food. Dieting. Obesity is emerging as an important issue among teenagers. Intervention is necessary to ensure a healthy weight for the whole population. If this is not achieved, most of them will remain overweight even as they age. This puts them at risk of developing various health issues, such as high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, and sleep apnea, a sleep disorder. However, teens who weigh normally tend to eat due to the belief that thin is in. Girls have constantly been bombarded with media messages about thinness and images of what's considered beautiful and methods to get the goal of a lighter body. When considering a culture that is a huge believer in physical beauty, the images send mixed messages to adolescents. They could lead to excessive, unhealthy efforts to shed weight. Unsupervised diets by medical professionals can result in dangerous consequences, including eating disorders in teenagers. A few signs of dieting are the following: not eating meals, binge eating, fasting or taking laxatives, and diet tablets. The consequences of this type of diet include the potential for it to be associated between weight loss cycles and gain, which increases the risk of developing an eating disorder, weight gain, low self-esteem, and other psychological issues. It can also increase the risk of developing cardiovascular problems, heart issues, and possibly even death. One way to eliminate the issues associated with diets is to remove the term diet to replace it with healthy eating. It is less likely to eat healthy regularly if you consistently incorporate healthy eating and lifestyle habits into your daily routine. Being aware of good practices for eating is the initial step in encouraging healthy eating. It is recommended to live a healthy lifestyle, including good eating habits and regular workouts. Modifying diet-related behavior. As you've read in the chapter Self, adolescence is when individuals begin to question their authority and attempt to establish their standing. The way they eat is among the ways that teenagers can display individuality. Therefore, the rejection of regular meals at home, which could be healthy, and eating outside, not as healthy, often to be more conforming to the preferences of peers, is not unusual during the adolescent years. It is much easier to change our diet and lifestyle habits if we believe that we're willing to change them. What are the methods by which teens can alter their behavior? The following section explains the best ways to adopt healthy eating practices. Limiting TV viewing, television watching should be restricted to around 2 or 3 hours during the week. This includes playing video games or playing on computers. TV watching doesn't use the most calories and encourages eating sporadically since it is typical to eat when watching TV. Overeating and undereating are prevalent for those who indulge in it. Healthy eating habits. Take 3 balanced meals of an average size every day and 2 healthy snacks. Try not to take a break between meals. Snacks. Snacks must be restricted to 2 per day and can also contain healthy foods with low calories, like raw fruits and vegetables. Avoid eating high-calorie or high-fat snacks such as biscuits, potato chips, and fried food. Of course, your favorite snacks may be enjoyed occasionally, but they shouldn't be taken as a way of life. Water for drinking. Consuming between 4 and 6 glasses of water throughout the day, particularly before meals, is a healthy habit. Water is calorie-free and will give you an impression of satisfaction. Beware of drinking soft drinks and juices or fruit too often because they're high in calories. 150 to 170 calories for each serving. Journal of diet. It is helpful to keep a daily journal of the amount of food and drinks consumed and the time spent watching television or playing video games, as well as working out. It is helpful to record your body's weight every week. It is a great way to practice. Exercise is vital to living a healthy lifestyle. Engaging in extracurricular activities like sports can help keep your activity levels up. Some suggestions to increase physical activity include: take a walk or ride a bicycle for shorter distances. Make use of the stairs rather than the elevators within the building. Exercise regularly for 20 to 30 minutes, 3 to 4 times per week. This could include walking, swimming, jogging, or jogging. You can also go biking. Participating in games and sports like skipping rope and hockey, basketball, volleyball, football, and yoga are recommended for all ages. Abuse and misuse of substances. Abuse and the use of substances during adolescence is a major public health issue that is of significant importance and concern. The most frequently abused substances by teens are alcohol, tobacco, as well as marijuana, and other drugs that are addictive. The use of alcohol can hurt the nutrition and health of adolescents. Support, nutrition intervention, and counseling can be a significant part of the rehabilitation process for physical and psychological health process. Many of what we've discussed might be more appropriate to adolescents living in urban and semi-urban settings. Rural settings are different. Girls and boys in rural environments typically work in agriculture tasks. They could also assist their parents in their business like cattle raising, poultry keeping, and keeping bees. Boys might be helping with farming. Girls can also assist with the care of their children as they cook and clean while parents earn money. Additionally, they are in charge of obtaining fodder for cattle, firewood, and water. In tribal areas, many people depend on the forest's products, such as flowers, berries, and roots. They are busy gathering and processing these materials. Boys and girls engaged in these activities are likely to be very active, and consequently, their energy requirements will be greater. The need for protein is also higher because of the rapid rate of growth in the time of adolescence. The odds of teenagers being hungry are quite common in rural areas of the less fortunate communities. Girls are especially often anemic, low iron levels in blood, and requires iron-rich foods for a healthy lifestyle. Adolescents of wealthy families living in rural areas will face the same issues as people living in urban areas in higher income brackets. They tend to be more sedentary and eat abundant food high in carbohydrates and fat, factors influencing eating behavior. When an individual reaches adolescence, the effects on their eating habits are diverse, and the development of these habits is quite complicated, as illustrated in Figure 3. The increasing autonomy of teenagers, their increased participation in social interactions, and a generally hectic schedule of activities can impact the food they consume. They are now beginning to purchase and cook more food for themselves, and frequently consume their food fast and away from their homes. To help adolescents establish healthy eating habits, parents must allow their children to select from various nutritious food options as they grow. When they become teens, they'll require an opportunity to work in the kitchen. This applies to boys as well as girls. Although the foundation of eating habits is within the family, many influences on eating habits are outside of the home. Peers' influence can be an effective source of encouragement and stress-inducing for the teenager. The influence of peers and their support can be beneficial for overweight teenagers. However, those same peers may be a target to make fun of them. Teenagers are particularly susceptible to advertisements. Food commercials on television and the eating habits depicted in the content of programs have influenced the public for over 10 years. Most commercials include products with an excessive amount of fat and sweetness, so children must be careful when consuming these foods. The ease of finding food items that are ready for you to eat can also influence the habits of teens. Through vending machines at home and at movie theaters, meals, sporting occasions, and convenience stores and fast food outlets, food is readily available all around the day. This is why adolescents tend to have more frequent meals and consume more foods that are not healthy. It is important to be aware of this behavior. Eating disorders in adolescence. Adolescence is characterized by rapid growth in physical size and body image. Eating disorders in development are a particular issue at the moment. These changes increase the risk of issues with self-esteem. Anorexia nervosa, for instance, is a condition that is so entwined with the distortion of body images that it's typically seen during the adolescent years when a person struggles with self-esteem and is the most vulnerable to problems with body image. Adopting the normal adult appearance can be halted in the case of a teenager who has an eating disorder. To better understand anorexia nervosa, let us look at the case of Sonam. She wants to have an ideal body. She's been defying the guidance of her teachers and parents and has even stopped eating. She is addicted to having a slim body. While her weight is not excessive, but she is under pressure to appear ideally thin, like some actors in films or models in magazines. She is self-conscious and depressed. This has led to her separating from her family and acquaintances. She doesn't realize her insufficiency and believes that she's fat. She is suffering from an eating disorder known as anorexia nervosa. She's not aware that extreme weight loss can result in death. Bulimia is a different kind of eating disorder that affects eating. It usually manifests at the end of adolescence or in early adulthood, following different weight loss diets that have failed. People with bulimia indulge in eating excessively, overeating, and causing vomiting or taking laxatives. While more prevalent in females, around 5 to 10% of eating disorders also happen in males. Bulimia and anorexia can cause grave consequences, including seizures, renal failure, irregular heartbeats, and tooth erosion. For girls in the adolescent years, anorexia can delay the menstrual period, reduce stature permanently, and lead to osteoporosis, weakening of bones. The best defense against these conditions is to be able to be grateful for one's uniqueness. The value and respect for oneself can save your life. Essential dietary practices include well-balanced diets, increasing fiber intake, and taking food supplements and nutrient supplements to cover the losses. In the end, the three main aspects of physical, social, and emotional changes during the adolescent years can significantly impact the nutritional state of the child and eating habits. While young people aren't often driven to study diet for longevity, understanding how to use sound dietary guidelines to achieve the health goals we want to achieve can help create the basis for better health now and shortly. Health is the most important source of youth. It determines the availability and utilization of other resources essential in daily life. What other resources do individuals have? The next chapter of Management of Resources addresses this issue and outlines the best ways to utilize and manage the most important resources like energy, time, and money. Conclusion. In the end, we suggest everyone get the recommended amounts of minerals and vitamins and exercise regularly. Alongside healthy eating and regular physical activity, other complementary therapies such as massage or acupuncture can help improve overall health and well-being. Intaking enough of all 8 B complex vitamins will put you on the road towards a balanced diet. The top source of B vitamins is animal products, especially liver, seafood, poultry, eggs, dairy products, eggs, and legumes, leafy vegetable seeds, fortified food items, and seeds like breakfast cereal and nutritional yeast. If you cannot eat from certain food groups because of food allergies or diet, the risk for B vitamin deficiencies can increase. If you're wondering if you're receiving adequate B vitamins, check out an online tool that is free to monitor and evaluate your food intake during the week. It is then possible to alter your diet to ensure that you're getting the nutrients you require. Our health and nutrition begin with a healthy diet and regular physical exercise. If we follow the right guidelines, we can lower our chances of developing chronic illnesses and improve overall well-being. It is crucial to keep in mind that there isn't a universal approach to nutrition and health, so be sure to talk to your doctor or another healthcare professional to discover what is most effective for you. The end.